And we are on time today. We are welcome fans who have been waiting to all people. I hope you're there now. Random Otaku says I have been waiting for this. Thank you, Random Otaku. Very glad to have you here. And yeah, I cut my own hair. That's the first thing I want to discuss today. Check it out.
I didn't want to say it, but it looks like a toupee.
I'm not sure about either of these comments right now. I don't know if that was a proper compliment, but
Well,
it's a joke, he says.
but it's
not
nice.
a joke.
It's
not
a
a joke.
fresher look.
He's lying. Thank you. Yes, I am very, very, very
Suave. Right. Missing the term for it.
yes, suave. Yes, that would work. I'm very suave right now. Wow. Could you not be a hater for once and just can you that was supposed to be impressed. Holy shit. Oh my god, that's terrible. Absolutely terrible. I don't even know what to tell you. Oh my god. Okay, we also have 2 viewers on Twitch, so we should not have any problems with stream this time. Okay, net is all fine, PC is all fine. If there are any problems, please let me know immediately. I have worked very hard to make sure that there are no issues, and we
It seems to be
begin.
it's relatively smooth.
Also, as usual, you guys are more than welcome to chat, interact a little with us, because that's what this is for. And if anyone is new and you don't know what this is all about, we have a channel called Last Take, where we put out anime content, short form content, scripted content, where we introduce new anime, where we talk about opinions and theories and things we don't like and things we like. And we decided to not keep it only to that channel and make it a live stream, because the people who do regularly come enjoy the live stream format a lot more. So we're doing that now here, 2 live streams per week. You're welcome. I know you want to see this, for not looking like a hobo face again. I don't
And
want to see
yet
it
people
often.
like me more than you both combined.
Hey, you shut up. Hey. Okay, I think we should kick out Audi right now.
I do not mind. Do it.
Wow. This is pure hate. Yeah, I know, right? What's up? Yeah, dude,
Is it?
Dude, chill. Our chemistry, indeed. Also, on Twitch, Meliak QT followed us 10 days ago and hasn't come back for a single stream. So we hope you'll be joining us for this one. Come on, Meliak QT,
Yes.
we miss you. No, I'm like, hey.
Well, that's kind of been the case since the beginning, We got one guy called Forrest Dan commenting on one of our videos, and ever since then he's kind of been the go-to to calling out
Forrest Dan.
fans.
Forrest Dan is more of he calls us out. He insults us when we
sometimes.
do anything. We put up streams, he's like, haha, look at this brew. And we comes on Discord and he's like, haha, look at this brew. And by the way, you guys can join our Discord. We have it somewhere in the description, or our mod will put it up on the chat. And you guys can join. We talk anime quite often, have a lot of passionate discussions, and I think you'll enjoy yourself that way. Yes, you can say, look at this brew, like everyone else does.
Appreciate his toupee, haircut.
You're not audible.
This is the stream thing?
Sid, say something. Sid, by any chance, the link that you sent me, did you put in the audio there? Could you just check?
No. Wait.
The link that you sent me, could you check if your audio is working over there? Could you start it again and send me another link? Because it seems like you have no audio here at all. Yes, we shall keep up the conversation. Audi has been watching My Hero Academia.
Well, I got done with that a while back. Now I'm actually watching Soma right now.
I forgot. Yeah. He's watching Food Wars, Shokugeki no Soma, which is always fun. He has a few opinions on it, which he shall be discussing today as well. What?
I have one main, I have opinions on it, but then I have one main big opinion on it that I want to talk about.
Which is?
It's a bit of like a convoluted theory of sorts. Like,
okay, for those of you who don't know, Audie's theories always are a little extra. It makes you wonder what goes on in his brain and how the cogs actually turn.
Maybe it is galaxy brain, we will never know.
Yeah, galaxy brain, of course. Definitely not any normal galaxy, probably the smallest galaxy you've ever seen, but galaxy
it's
brain.
It's still a galaxy, wouldn't it?
Okay, one sec. I will just check for Sid in just a second and make sure that he is audible.
Random Otaku says, I've been watching the Hunter x Hunter AMV.
Yeah, he put that on our Discord and he's been watching it for apparently a long time. Yeah, he said he's been watching the same thing for like 13 times, so I'm not really sure. Sid, could you say something now?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I think your audio should be fine now. If it isn't, please let me know. Okay.
Forrest Dan put up the link for David Sylvian for the love of like monster ending theme, right?
Yeah, we don't.
Is that a live action monster?
We don't watch that stuff here. Okay, we don't watch things that make us feel really bad about life. Even though Johan is like our mascot, it's our Weeb101's poster boy.
Mascot, he says. More very like a conspiracy theory right there.
Thank you, Pranit. Yes, he says I'm back.
Okay, that's
anyways, great. You missed all of my amazing jokes that I made, but that's okay. It's your loss.
He didn't make any jokes.
It's some beautiful jokes. Okay. I commented on how beautiful Bru looks. You missed that.
He basically said I don't look homeless anymore. So that's it. That's pretty much his only joke.
But continue.
Okay, so. I didn't watch the season 5 since it felt too repeated. Okay, so you can read it because reading it is very, very interesting. I liked Hunter x Hunter a lot while reading it, except for the one little part of one little arc which felt too long. But yeah, I understand what you mean. It does feel a little repetitive as time goes on, which is a little sad. But also the mangaka has health problems and that's why he's not able to keep up with the same pace, I believe. So that's okay. He gets a pass from my side. That's fine.
Yeah, it's I hear you said it's actually a pretty good shonen manga on its own, right? It is one of the big ones.
Yeah, and definitely is.
Yeah, even I haven't gotten into it yet because I know it's going to be a long ride once I get into it.
It'll definitely be a long ride.
This guy Ahmed, friend of the show, check out the episode. Also told me, keeps telling me to check it out, right?
Yeah.
And I still haven't gotten into it. Yeah. But
I think now more than ever, health of the mangakas is kind of priority after the most recent incident.
Yeah, we don't talk about that either. Like, no.
But Random Otaku says he was talking about MHA.
Oh, MHA. Oh, yes. That you can speak to Audi directly about because I did not even watch season 4 because it felt too repetitive for me. So, Audi, what do you think? Okay, so you know what? Let's go in order. Random Otaku will get to your points. Just keep them in mind and we shall reach there. So we start off with what we would have done for minute 101, which is going to be Arriety. So
dude, that's a terrible time to do Arriety. I love it too much. I can't. Hey, you can't say Arriety now, dude. Come on.
Of course we can. Okay, you get a choice. Arriety or Hall's Moving Castle?
None of them.
Okay, so we're talking about Arriety. Now, for those of you who don't know, Arriety...
It's a fucking beautiful fucking film and you should watch it right now. Close this podcast and watch Arriety.
No, don't close the podcast.
I like how every episode we do, Sid finds an excuse. It's like, close the podcast, watch something else. This is trash.
Yeah, Sid is like not
steering
a fan.
Suggesting better entertainment. That's
right. Wow. This is what you call pure, unadulterated hate. But Arriety, weirdly enough, when I looked up Arriety before watching it, a lot of people said it's, in their opinion, it's one of the worst Ghibli movies.
I love Arriety.
A lot of
The
people
worst
say
Ghibli
that.
movie is Tales from Earthsea.
Oh my God. Yes, I get it. But apparently they Miyazaki didn't work on Arriety, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, he didn't.
Yeah, so a lot of people are saying that it was very clear that he didn't work on it, and it was clearly a step below other Ghibli films. And I was like, what, really? That doesn't, it looks pretty good. And then a lot of people also said the story was like pointless.
He did the screenplay though.
Oh.
He didn't direct it, but he did the screenplay. Yeah,
a lot of people said that the story was like pointless. They felt nothing after watching it. But I actually had fun. Arriety is
too emotional I got after watching it. But yeah, anyways.
Okay, so basically Arriety is about this sick little boy who goes to his grandmom's house to stay, and he needs to go for surgery, so he's staying with her so that he can go to the hospital. And there is a tale of these little people, as they call them in the movie, who live inside the house. So basically in between the walls they have made a home, and they're called borrowers, and they go
Arriety the borrower.
Yeah, so they go to the main house and they steal stuff like sugar cubes. Borrow stuff like sugar cubes.
Yes.
And little, they take what she uses a needle and she uses it like a sword because she's
So
like
cool.
that small.
I love that. Yeah.
And so even her dad, like he has like a little, he has a little string which he uses as rope, and then he goes rappelling down the whole table as if it's like a mountain, and then he goes climbing up another table and going like, and he goes up the table to steal sugar cubes. Very interesting, very fun little show which just talks about the story of these little people and how humans are like I don't know, like greedy, terrible people who shouldn't be alive, I guess. That's pretty much
I
the
don't think
message
it
I
shows
got.
humans as it doesn't show humans as terrible at all, dude.
Okay,
It
it shows half of the humans as terrible and half of the humans as really good. So it's like really weird. So weirdly,
He
actually
doesn't have any really evil like characters, They just have different. They just perceive things differently. Their reasons are different for doing stuff, right? That's all.
Radha Motako was live action or anime. This is animated.
It's anime, Ghibli, dude.
So
Come on.
This is the Ghibli movie. It's pretty fun. You should check it out if you can.
Yes.
It's on Netflix if you watch Netflix.
Is it on
of course-
Netflix?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's on
that's
Netflix.
cool. Wow. But yeah, it's music is amazing.
Music
Animation
is also pretty good. For some reason, it
animation
has
is
like
Ghibli.
English music in the Japanese version.
I don't remember. I saw it ages ago, dude. So I don't remember
I was
exactly.
confused as hell because like it starts and I'm watching. I'm like, why does it seem like they're singing in English? This makes no sense. And then I look it up and like nobody's speaking anything about this whole thing. Okay, I'm like, okay, I'm clearly watching a dubbed version. I don't know what's going on here.
Probably.
And then they start speaking and it's in Japanese. I'm like, what? What? Why is there an English opening song and the rest of it is in Japanese? And then I realized later that they play a very similar song in the end, and it's like there is Japanese mixed in.
Okay, I see.
But since I could understand the English, I was like, okay, it's English.
It
Makes
was
sense.
both, but you thought it was okay.
I didn't hear of it before. Yeah, you should totally check it out. That's what we wish to do with
amazing.
this series, which is to help people find new content.
It's actually one of my brother's favorite Ghibli films.
Yeah, because the world building, so to speak, in that is like insane. The way they do things is amazing. So they actually have built a whole house which suits their purposes perfectly, using pieces of actual human.
Yeah, the way they
everything.
do that is crazy. Actually, how they use like normal human things, how
Yeah.
small people would like. He's done that very nicely. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's
Like a
it's really
Gulliver's
cool.
Travel sort of thing.
Yeah, and
It's the opposite. But yeah.
And another thing is that so the humans actually have this huge dollhouse, and everyone's like
An actual house.
wondering what it's for, and then it turns out that the guy who owned the house before, who knew of the little people, made that dollhouse specially for them. So it actually has like working electricity and gas inside for them to light up the house and cook in it and all that. But unfortunately, the little people are so afraid of the humans that they don't ever use the dollhouse out of pure fear.
Out of fear,
They're scared that something's going to happen to them, and they
This is
refuse to
like
use it.
this is a story about them surviving in this world, or is there like a
No, they
focusing
already
point?
survive, but it's about this. It's about the guy and the little girl. That's all.
Yeah,
that's
it's
what
really
it's
honest.
about.
There is no
It's pretty
like
innocent.
Yeah, there is no like
this thing.
huge story behind it. It's basically just about this guy who's sick, who wants to help the little people, and this girl who wants to explore the world, and she realizes that humans can be terrible creatures or really good people depending on whom she meets and how they react to it. So the main problem in this story, the main antagonist you could say, is the house help that the boy's grandmother keeps in the house. And what she does is she hates the idea of these little people. She wants them to be gone from the house. She wants
thinks
them
they're
out.
like a nuisance in the house.
So she calls pest control to come and like basically destroy all their habitats. And she also captures these little people in this bottle and tries to. I don't even know what she wants to do with it. She just wants to prove that they're there and they're a nuisance.
She wants to.
And she's also like trying to explain why exactly they are bad, because they're taking things that belong to the humans. They're stealing, even though they steal like one sugar cube, but it lasts them like a month. So she has these problems, and I really felt weird about the character. I remember telling Sid about it, because what she does is, it's not her house. She's just the person helping out the old woman out there. She's being paid for that. She decides to take it into her own hands. Okay, the old woman is like, my granddad or my dad built that dollhouse for the little people so they can live nicely over there. And this woman's like, hello, pest control. Yeah, I don't live here, but can you like get rid of these freaking pests? I'm tired of this shit. I'm like, yo, that's not your house. She likes the little people. The owner of the house wants the little people to stay in there. You can't just kick them out. You can't kill them just for the fuck of it. That makes no sense. And I don't know. She just felt like a bitch.
Feel like the owner could have made like a few signs or something like saying little people house right here.
Like she reminds me of like when times change, like how people who are old and they have such views, they don't change it, right? They still strongly believe in their views. And they like, because she was suspicious of their race and she wanted to prove like, I'm not crazy, I'll tell you that these guys are wrong kind of thing, right? And we see that in our world also. Like I think she represents that character, who's like, I'm not gonna change my mind, whatever, these guys are wrong and I'm gonna get rid of them.
But the problem is like, I'm okay with the thought process that she has, which is, I need to get rid of these little creatures, these little nuisances. But I don't understand the thought process of, I'm being paid to just be in the house and help her out, so I'm going to do whatever I want, even though I know that she wants them there. That part doesn't make sense, because if anything, in Japan you have so much respect for the person who hires you that you listen to everything they say. And this woman is like, I listen to everything you say, except fuck you, I'm getting rid of those little people.
She didn't really like
piss me off.
Was she like a trusted housekeeper?
Yeah, she basically was.
She was so nice to the boy, right? Helped him when he was sick and all that. But those
although she did lock him in the room when he was like supposed to be really sick. That was messed up. Okay.
Yeah, that was messed up. That was fucked up. Yeah.
Like she locks him in the freaking room because she doesn't want him to save the little people, and he's a sick kid. He might need to use the bathroom, or he might need to go eat something, or he might need to drink some freaking water.
And I think for that time they just had like a pot under the bed or something,
Yeah, probably.
No, she actually...
She just locks him in and he's like, hey, hello, excuse me.
She didn't want him messing with her plan to get rid of them, basically.
Yeah, and the other thing is like, this guy is also a genius. So he very obviously opens up this little trap door kind of thing, and their house, the little people's house, is directly under that. Ariety's house is directly under that, and he takes out their kitchen and puts in a new kitchen from the dollhouse, and clearly it's visible to everybody else. So the housekeeper finds them because of his actions, and it's really weird. And also he has a cat. Okay, he has a cat which for some reason doesn't play around with Arriety and her family, even though they're that small.
Yeah.
So at the start it looks like he's gonna like murder the shit out of them, and then later on the cat is like completely cool with it. He's like, yeah, okay, you know what, you just be here, cool, whatever, I don't give a shit. And yeah, the ending is very emotional. That was a nice ending. It is actually quite a good amount of
world building. You can talk about it if you want.
No. Ending can't be spoiled. You should watch it.
It can't be spoiled
for yourself.
Exactly. Ghibli movies are an experience.
The premise of the movie, or the characters anyways, the small people that you're talking about, they remind me of this thing, Aesop fable. There's a story of like small people that live inside a shoe.
I know
there is a story.
I don't
remember the name of the story, but there's like it's something boot, and it's like these tiny people live inside the boot. It's like gnomes or dwarves or something.
Is it the elves? The elves inside the
Something
shoe?
like that.
They make.
Dude, all I remember is the visual that the person drew for it. It was like a painting.
Shoemaker, right?
No. The shoemaker is different, but it falls under the same this thing. Shoemaker is where the shoemaker leaves the shoe halfway through, and these goblins are like, yo.
Oh, the goblins! Yes.
The goblins see this shoe and they finish the shoe for him in the morning because he's old and tired.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah,
it's not
and
that
they're kind of repaying a favor. It's not that one, but it falls under the same line if you think about it. But then this one reminds me of a similar group of people that live inside man-made objects like shoes, teacups, stuff like that. It kind of incorporates these things into their world, and they kind of create like tiny windows and shit in these teacups and whatnot. Very interesting.
It's really cool, dude. And like she gets like these small twigs, which in her room are like these huge plants. It's like really cool.
Yeah. It also reminds me of the Tontata tribe in One Piece. They also fit the description very well.
Yes. Except like you can't see those guys easily, right? They hide really well.
They're supposed to be very fast. That's all they are.
These guys aren't like that fast. They're normal. They just hide very well. They make sure that nobody can see them easily, so to speak. So that is how
the moment, my brother's favorite moment in the film.
Yeah.
I think it's he keeps talking about it all the time. I think it's when Arriety sees Sho, the guy.
Oh yeah.
And when she like undoes her clip and like her hair opens up, my brother loves that scene. He fell in love with Ariety's character after that moment.
Makes sense. That was a good scene. The whole scene was pretty good.
And it's Ghibli, so you don't even need to talk about the animation. Like, come on, like what? I'm not gonna waste my time. It's fucking
when was this
legendary.
released? This was said to be released 1980 or something.
2009.
2009. That's recent, huh? Comparison.
Yeah, that's recent. Sure.
You can recent like a few 11 years ago. I think 10 years
in
ago.
comparison to others.
Yeah, of course, the older Ghibli films are long, but yeah, Ghibli is always fun to watch, and I'm very excited for his new film also. I think it's called Why Do We Live or something.
Yeah, why?
Yeah, you've been.
You said there was like a play on the name, but yeah.
Dude, can't wait for that shit. Shit's gonna be bomb.
Yeah, you have been talking about it for a really long time.
Did you do the intro before we started this, or you forgot? It's okay. Next one. But
damn.
yeah, anyways.
She has a clothesline clip as her. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yes.
That's clever.
Random Otaku says, sounds good. I have heard of Aesop, and So you should check out Arriety. Really
Check out
cool.
Arriety.
And since I messed it up that time, I'ma just. By the way, guys, minute 101. So check out this. And we're back. Okay, that was the animation for minute 101. In case
I
you
hope
didn't
it played
know
well.
it. I hope I played the right one.
I have
Okay,
heard
good.
of Aesop.
Oh, that looks nice. Oddie Man Internet Explorer.
Yeah, we already said
Yeah, I didn't see that. I wasn't checking the stream.
Did the music play or only the animation?
Even the music is supposed to play.
Oh, I can hear it. Oh, nice. That's
Okay.
perfect, dude. That's just
Okay, that's
amazing.
great. Yeah, we are running a professional show here where we put
Professional.
the
That was
animation at the end of the video. You know, that's how we do things.
Just need to remind.
Yeah. So we also. Do we just move on to the next topic now?
Yeah, move on. If you're done there, well, let's
No,
move
do you
on.
have anything else you want to talk about Arriety or
fucking
anything
beautiful.
in general?
I just saw the random otaku thing. I'm assuming anyone and everyone would have heard of Aesop by now. That guy's stories are like told as nursery rhymes and just general stories. Like everyone will have a copy of the book.
Aren't the original stories supposed to be like really?
Yeah, the originals are really messed up, but then
yeah.
Aesop's fables are like a children's version of it. If you, it has the same outcome in the end, but like a more
Similar to
sugar-coated
the
version.
Grimm's fairy tales,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
They're all dark stuff.
Okay. So Sid, we also can move on to our big if true.
Tell me when it starts.
No, I'm just quickly gonna ask you, where is our link for that?
Okay, I'm going to link it to you.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
Okay. So we will get to big if true, and I shall hope to play this correctly. Big if true animation, guys. We're gonna start it now. Yes,
Is it done? Are we
I
here?
have. Yes. We.
Hello.
It seems like we are
Yes,
ready
yes.
for Big If True.
Official.
Wait, Audi isn't wearing a blazer.
Like I
but
said, I was blazerless.
Also, Sid is wearing like a black T-shirt with a blazer
The
on
black.
top, so it just looks like he's. I don't even know what you look like right now. That looks so weird.
I
But
look
yes.
like a blazer man, anchor man. Hello.
Anchorman. Ron Burgundy, are you? Sid, why don't you start with the first one that we're talking about today?
So, well, should I do a big if true? Welcome to Big
Yeah, you
If
can do
True.
that. Hey guys,
Right,
welcome
right.
back to Big If True.
If True. In anime news, first we have an
voice
update on the Slam Dunk movie, guys. On the fucking Slam Dunk movie that people are waiting for, that everyone's excited for. We're finally going to see a really fun movie. And Takehiko Inoue, big news, Takehiko Inoue is directing it himself. How fucking crazy is that?
Yeah, so I actually did not know that he had ever directed anything, and it turns out he did. Is what you told me, that he
Yeah.
this is supposed to be his director debut, so to speak. So
Far as I know.
that's going to be really interesting because, like, as a mangaka, you know how to think of stories and how to think of the way everything is flowing, and I really
Yeah.
want to see how that manga aspect of thinking translates into a movie or anime or anything like that. And this is a really interesting way to see it because Slam Dunk is good. Slam Dunk is
It's amazing.
really good.
Man, what a journey.
Yeah, and I just hope that the movie has more closure than the manga series.
I don't know if the movie will cover the whole thing actually.
It doesn't need to cover the
because
whole
it's
thing.
too
I just
much.
want the story to have closure. That's it. So
It may
if,
be just the first arc to the first like big match, I'm guessing, right? Like
are
I
they
would
are they
assume.
covering the manga or are they making a new story for it?
So that hasn't been like they haven't mentioned anything specific about the new story.
Already stop
But,
yawning on stream.
Sorry.
Audi bro is bored already with this news segment. They haven't mentioned anything specifically about a new story, so everyone's assuming it's the manga.
I see. Well, yeah, if those of you who haven't heard of Slam Dunk, you should go check it out. Slam Dunk is it a new channel?
It's a classic.
No, it's not a new channel. We are just acting stuff
Doing
out.
different segments, yeah.
So Slam Dunk is a story where this guy keeps asking out girls and he keeps getting rejected, and he finds this girl that he wants to ask out next, and turns out she's interested in basketball, so he decides to become a basketball player,
Yeah.
except he doesn't know to play basketball for shit. So it ends up becoming one of the best sports manga you can read because it's really, really interesting. Unfortunately, I think it got cancelled. I don't have confirmation of that, but I think it got cancelled because the ending was kind of abrupt.
Quite
So
abrupt, yeah.
I really
like it was so fucking like dude, the last match we were like absorbed
Yeah.
into it, like every action I was like holy fuck.
Yeah, like the
Then it
last
just-
match was legit like insane. It also went up to such a high, and then
Yeah.
suddenly it's like and then this happened and that's it. Manga over. I'm like,
they
what?
didn't even finish the match, right?
Yeah, no, they finished the match by
Oh.
putting in one last jump, and then they just off-screen the last winning point of
Yeah,
the
dude.
match, and they off-screen the next 3 matches, and they were like, they got disqualified. Oh no, sucks. Slam Dunk over, guys. And we were quite shocked at the time. Sid and I were like, what? That's it? That's not cool. You can't do that.
I think if I think about it now, the disqualification thing, I do understand because like if I try to think why, like if it didn't get cancelled, I put the disqualification thing. Maybe he could have drawn it, but still, like maybe he wanted to show, like, you know, sometimes even though you like stuff, you tried so much, like we tried manga and all that, in the end you end up failing, right? Something like that, maybe. Think about
was he
it.
failing though?
Well, his team lost in the end, right? So no matter like how much you go for
Yeah,
stuff,
but it
in
was
the end you may
off-screen.
just
It wasn't
lose.
even shown as.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was off screen. It would be cool to actually, even if we saw him lose and get disqualified, that would
Yeah,
be cool.
it has
too,
to
right?
be while it's going on. Like we should be seeing the match and how he loses, not just oops, he lost. I guess.
And his face
So,
and his expression when he lost. Yeah, those are important.
those are very important. Yes.
You say it
Random
ended
Otaku says-
abruptly, but then
Sorry, Random Otaku says my cousin said Blue Lock is better. I haven't read any sports manga. So you
Blue
should
Lock?
Definitely,
Blue Lock is a new soccer manga that people have been talking about. But yeah, what are you saying?
you should definitely check out Slam Dunk because it's like the father
Dude,
of sports
can-
manga, basically.
It's a fucking classic. Yeah.
Yeah, and also Hajime no Ippo is
Definitely.
without a doubt one of the best
100%.
sports manga
Best.
you can read
Yeah.
in the world. Okay, it
A
has
good
been
mix
going
of
on
comedy,
longer than
sports.
One Piece. That should I'm saying that because Random Otaku is here. I'm pretty sure if Forrest Dan is here, you'd be like, "Oh, this brute talking about One Piece again." My God! But yeah, it's longer than One Piece. It's actually 1,400 chapters, I think, right now.
I recommend.
And,
The thing
it's
is,
insanely good.
Yeah.
Insanely good.
the three sports manga I would recommend is like Slam Dunk, Hajime no Ippo, and Astana Joe. Those three.
Astana Joe
You
is
should.
and also
You have to
Kuroko no
read those
Basuke.
three. Bro, I thought Kuroko no Basuke was good until I read Slam Dunk. Fuck Kuroko no
Hey, you still
Basuke.
say Midori Machi all the time.
Yeah, because I saw it and like we used to
It's
watch
in
it, but
your
come on, dude,
head.
it doesn't hold its ground compared to Slam Dunk. Like we saw what we were missing out when we started reading Slam Dunk because we read it after Kuroko. We're like, holy shit! Like the matches were so much more engaging, right?
Yeah, that was true. But then again, it's
And since the
Kuroko
characters
no
were like
Basuke
these
is kind
normal
of
guys,
like is kind of like derived from Slam Dunk, so
yeah,
you
definitely
can't-
it's
it-
inspired.
you can't,
yeah,
you
yeah.
can't say it's better because it's like basically a copy of it. But yeah, so yeah, Random Otaku sports manga really good. A lot. I noticed this trend where a lot of anime watchers or manga readers tend to not go towards sports. Which I mean, if you don't like it, that's okay. But I think you should give it a try. You should definitely give it a try because I hate sports IRL. Okay, I'm fat.
he actually
I can't.
does.
I can't run and do stuff. Okay, I basically fall down, just struggle to breathe and die. And
Hey, you can try.
and also I have no interest in watching sports, but god damn it, I love sports manga. It's not about the sport, it's about the characters, about the
I
journey
hate
the
watching
characters
sports,
have.
but I like watching sports.
No, I said I hate watching sports. I like reading sports manga, reading, not watching.
Because there he's following like the character's journey, and it's more like
Or he
engaging.
just fell asleep
Yeah.
in the middle. Also, can I just take a small quick break to say Sid looks hilarious with the freaking beanie and the blazer? Yes, please go on.
Hey, it's
The
fucking
blazer looks oversized. I don't know
well,
why.
hair on my drip, bro.
Oh my god. Okay, moving on to the next topic. It turns out that the World Cosplay
Wait,
Summit
can I also
20
mention that Audi hasn't read any of the manga we just talked about?
That is
Slam Dunk, Kuroko, nothing.
Actually, he's read,
as usual.
He's read Ippo though. He's read
Ippo,
Hajime no
yes,
Ippo.
he said Ippo, yes.
Yes,
Audi,
anyway.
bro, next go last Tano Joe, you have to read that. Anyways, continue.
The World Cosplay Summit 2021 was held recently, and
Yes.
believe it or not, Team India actually won an award over there. So it turns out that these guys have won the Environmental Consideration in Costume Making Award, and that
Amazing.
took the summit finals that took place on August 7th to 8th, and one person cosplayed as Kagura and one person cosplayed as Matako Kijima from the Gintama anime, if you guys know Gintama, which is very, very interesting because it's also this cosplay genie. It's by Nodwin Gaming, which is supposed to be very famous in
Yeah.
India for
And the-
games and so on. And IMAP. Sorry?
I was saying the cosplayers' names, dude. Kitsune Blood and Hotaru Juno. Who
Yeah.
won. Yeah.
Yes, I
Anyways,
forgot
continue.
to tell their names. That is true.
Yeah.
Yeah, and IMAP, or which is Association of Indian Fans for Manga, Anime, and Pop Culture. We have checked out their Facebook page, and we wanted to get
We
in
did.
touch with them to,
Yes.
just talk anime, maybe call them on the podcast. Maybe we can do something with them, just to do something anime related. But it seems like their Facebook is quite inactive. So if anyone
did, yeah.
is watching from IMAP or IMAP, however you say it, please send us a ping so that we know where to contact you at least. Maybe we could collaborate on a video, or maybe
Yeah, we'd
we
love
could do
to talk
something.
about something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it'd be
yeah,
fun.
definitely.
Also, we have our resident.
I was just gonna say
beautiful-
that.
Beautiful
Our resident-
cosplayer over here.
Yes,
over
our
here,
beautiful
bro.
resident pro cosplayer.
who is
Audi, bro.
more than happy to help you make costumes. Also, Random Otaku says, I haven't read any sports manga. I just don't feel like reading sports manga. Understandable. That's okay if you don't want to read it. But I would
Give it
say,
a try.
yeah, give it a try, and then say you don't want to read it. That's cool. But don't exclude reading sports manga just because you think it might be bad. Just give it a try because
Yeah.
it might be really, really good. And if you don't like it, that's fine. That's completely fine.
Yeah. Don't be a Kuwazuki, right?
Yeah, don't be a Yoto Megatari.
But Hadi, as a pro cosplayer, a Weeb101 pro cosplayer,
Of course.
what do you think about their cos? What do you think? Have you seen any of it?
I did see
Looks
the
pretty cool.
number one winner, and yeah, it actually they did this weird thing where they had like a theme or a clip from which they had to like act out.
Yeah, they had like this video that they made, right? Yeah, I saw that.
And honestly, I never really thought of that for when it comes to cosplaying, because the exposure over here is just you cosplay and you take images and that's about it. But then there they actually act out like proper sequences and stuff, and it looks pretty interesting. So I feel like the number one is actually deserving of winning it. And I know it looks pretty fucking good. Oh, what else can I say to it?
Give us some insight. You yourself are interested in making cosplays. You buy foam
I
everywhere.
was. At
You have all
one
the
point,
foam
there
in
was a
Mumbai.
point where, like I wanted to make a proper cosplay, if you will. But then, materials and money are a bit limited around here. So, materials more so at the time.
And yet they won.
Yes,
And yet-
you know that you guys know that
These
dude
guys-
from where? Where is he? Thailand? Vietnam? Where is he? Some Asian
Which
country. The dude who makes like really weird cosplays, like random
Oh yeah,
stuff.
yeah. The budget cosplays, yeah.
See,
Dude,
you
that
don't
shit
need-
is
you don't need
amazing.
money.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
The
Make
budget cosplay
cosplays.
is different, okay? The budget cosplay really nails it, but he nails it because he just gets it right where it should be. But if you have to like cosplay and do like a proper sequence with it, I don't think it'll work out.
Of course, it will. That guy is
It's
I'm not hating on the
possible.
guy,
I
but
would say
it
it's
is
possible.
good. What he does is pretty good.
So Random Otaku says, I will try reading a short one. Yes, please give it a try. But choose a good one, because if you already do not
Short
think you will
one.
like something, make sure you read a really good one. I would suggest Ashita no Jo or Slam Dunk. Both are short. And
Yeah.
that should be
Suggest
your...
Ippo as a short one.
Ippo, yeah, very short, only 1,500, 1,400, 500 chapters. That's it.
300.
Take you a month or so to read if you read every day, 24/7.
Hey, but he'll get lost in that world if he starts. Like after two
Yeah, but
chapters,
Ippo is
he'll
like a
see.
good mix
thing
of
that
comedy.
One Piece haters say, it's like it's so long.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to start with it. Like, that's okay. Just start with like Slam Dunk. Slam Dunk is great, or Ashita no
Yeah,
Jo.
try
Both
Slam
are
Dunk.
great.
I think Slam Dunk is a pretty good starter into sports if you
Yeah,
if you're
and you
getting
can
started.
hop onto our
I think you
Discord
don't
if you
need
want
to
to
do
talk
like a
about these
starter for
things.
this thing. I suggest just going straight for Ippo and reading the first fight only if you want to. Just like no need to go the full distance. Just read the first fight and you'll see how easily you get hooked into it. Because then like it'll just snowball from that point forward, and you'll just keep reading another 100 chapters and then another 100, and before you know it, you'll just be done with it.
Isn't Slam Dunk one? No, Slam Dunk is not 1,400 chapters.
Ippo, not Slam Dunk.
No, Random Otaku asked, isn't Slam Dunk 1,400? No, it's not.
That would be Ippo. Ippo is actually reaching 1,300 or some 69 right now, and a big fight just got
Oh,
over.
Haikyuu, yeah.
Yeah, we
He said he
completely
wants to watch.
skipped out on
Random
Haikyuu.
Otaku said I want to watch Haikyuu first. Yeah, you can definitely also start with
Wait,
Haikyuu. I think that's
I just assumed that you watch Haikyuu. Haikyuu is good. Watch Haikyuu.
Haikyuu is
The
also
guy who
pretty
doesn't
good
like
sports.
reading or watching sports manga, I feel like
Haikyuu will be a pretty good intro. Like, made me love volleyball. Like, I used to play volleyball as a
Yeah.
kid in school, but after that I never cared about it. But after I saw Haikyuu, I'm like, fucking damn, this is cool as shit.
I'll beat
Like,
you over there, Sid. I didn't play volleyball as a kid, but I saw Haikyuu and I went to Decathlon and I saw a volleyball ball and I just jumped up and I was like, "Yeah, nice kick!" And my brother caught the ball and he just looks at me. He's like, "What is wrong with you? What are you doing?" I'm like, "What? Isn't that how you spike a ball?" I know. I watch Haikyuu. I know how volleyball works. And he actually played volleyball, so he was like, "No, nobody does that. What's wrong with you? Stop doing that. It's weird." Can you beat that? Can you beat that?
that is true. We never really got into volleyball as kids. It's
No one
mostly
spikes
cricket or
balls like how
football for us.
I wonder how you spiked it that he said no one does that.
Hey, I know volleyball. I'm a pro volleyballer, volleyball artist.
Yes.
Nanomataku
Volleyball
says,
artist.
I once watched Haikyuu in 2017. Well, time to watch it twice, I guess.
No, watch it. Just give it a try. If you don't like it, it's fine. If you like it, we will be here to discuss stuff about it. Also, Haikyuu was our first episode actually. for
Yes, it was.
First ever.
yeah, for our first ever last take was also supposed to be Haikyuu, but that
Genesis.
kind of got lost. But our first podcast episode was actually on Haikyuu. Don't watch that because it's horrible. There's nothing to watch. It's just audio and nothing else. It was really freaking terrible, I think, compared to what we're doing now. So please don't watch that.
It's the same.
We'll do another freaking episode on Haikyuu once season 5 comes out, okay? Because I think this is much better, honestly.
Hey, you can watch our last take on Haikyuu that we released.
Yeah,
if
you can watch
want.
the
That's a
last
pretty
take. Our
good
last take
summary.
is pretty good. I think our mod has just like disappeared. He's not
Our mod
active
is
today.
playing games right now.
Yeah, he's not
Yeah.
here right now.
Okay, that's it. I see that. That's
He's not
good.
modern. But anyways.
Yeah, and finally, last thing. Guys, any other points to make about India?
No, I
India
think-
winning
Not really.
the cosplay.
That's pretty fucking good.
Start off
It's
small if you
amazing.
want. You can always start off with it.
Even in the Dota tournament, the Indian, this Indian woman won, right? What's her name? The Enchantress or whatever she was.
Oh,
and then she won in
yeah.
Shanghai. She went and won in Shanghai as Legion Commander, I think.
Dude,
Forgot her name.
3 people won there. 3 people from India won there. There was
Oh,
a
damn.
Brilliant Protector, there was a Legion Commander, and Enchantress.
Oh yeah, the Legion Commander, yeah. Yeah, so we're doing pretty good when it comes to cosplay, like making some
Yeah,
impressive
the cosplay
stuff.
senior is actually improving like crazy. And like before, I think our journeys for cosplaying took us to the southern side of Bombay, which is like full market and the only place where you can get whatever you want. And even there, you have to like really look at the time.
Yeah.
But nowadays, you can just get these materials off of Amazon if you want, albeit still pricey, mind you, but it's more easily available. And considering that a scene is actually rising pretty well with some really good stuff coming out. I mean, there was good stuff coming out before as well, but now it's like really taken a step up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
and-
true, Adi.
And also, like, Sid and I used to go to the Cool Japan Festival, and we saw
Oh, that
Leon
was
Wesker
amazing.
with his amazing cosplays.
Hi, Leon Wesker. If you're watching this, you probably aren't, but your cosplays are legendary.
Yeah,
Yeah, we still remember that shit.
He,
Fuck.
what's the guy from Bleach? Oh my god, what's his name?
Mayuri, dude,
the
Mayuri.
He
Oh.
actually grew out his fingernails, and he didn't brush his teeth for a while just to make sure that they would look naturally yellow
yeah.
and have a really
Damn.
long fingernail.
Oh.
And another guy, the one I remember the most. I don't remember who it was that did the cosplay. It wasn't Leon, I believe. So they had a backpack. They filled it with something.
Oh, yeah.
And on a stick they made the Susanoo of Madara. So they're walking
Susanoo,
around
yeah,
with the freaking Susanoo over them. And I was like, oh my god, that looks so
That was freaking crazy. Yeah.
Bro, do you
That was
remember
actually
the
amazing.
preparation we made for your this thing? I couldn't finish my cosplay, but we had to just stay overnight to make a quick hat for your Akatsuki cosplay.
Hey, that we did in the morning before we left. We were
Dude,
working on my
that
brother's
was-
cosplay for Rorschach.
Oh yeah, that's what we were working on. Holy shit! We had to spend like a good 6
we are
hours trying to get
geeks
face
slash
prints
nerds,
right.
if that isn't clear already. But we went to Comic Con.
Dude,
I went as
they
Sasori.
used to be so much fun.
Yeah, they used to be.
Yeah, I went as Sasori. Audi once went as Pudge from Dota 2. Once he went as a what was that? Pyramid Head. He went as Pyramid Head.
That was pretty good. I like the Pudge Audi freaking committed. I love that. He went shirtless. That was freaking
Yeah,
amazing.
and also,
And you even got the
Audi-
apron done as well.
Yeah, Audi met this girl who also cosplayed as Pyramid Head, and he was like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
my cosplay sucks compared
that,
to her."
no, that wasn't Pyramid. That was a different cosplay of the same genre, but that was actually
it
well
was a
done.
box
in the
head.
I think that's what he was called, box head. Yeah.
Yeah, and my brother went as Rorschach. He went as the
Salad.
Tin
I
Man.
remember salad
And he went
fingers.
as Salad Fingers. Yes.
I
Yeah,
am
He
yeah.
actually
still
won an
proud of
award
the.
in Comic Con for the Tin Man. He got these
Tin Man
rubber
cosplay.
batarangs, I think they're called. And he used to throw them at me. It used to be really annoying.
I say he got his worth. Then
I wish he didn't get it. And he got a couple of cool T-shirts. But yeah.
I'm still proud of that Rorschach cosplay. I wish there were like photos we could put up of it. That
Yeah,
was
I know,
actually
the Rorschach
the
actually
best
looked pretty
cosplay
good.
we ever made.
And he was like dying inside because even though we used like this porous cloth, it was still covering his face.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, I
he committed
remember.
to it, and that actually popped it up. That was good.
Yeah. Okay. That's our
Enough
for your
cosplay.
cosplay.
Cosplays. So
Pretty cool.
good job, India. For once, very proud of.
We won something
Our
without
fellow
cheating.
cosplayers.
Yay.
We would love to have you on the show and talk to you.
Yes, please. That
If
would be
we can.
amazing.
Yes.
Our resident cosplayer will be more than happy to
Yes,
ask
he
a
will
lot of
ask. He'll
questions.
speak
I
the
will
most
ask a
during
lot of
that
boring
episode.
questions about things you wouldn't know of.
That's
You
okay.
both don't. But yeah, sure.
Hey, I
what do
know
you mean
what
you don't
foam is
know?
okay. I
Do
know
you know
what
what
foam
Worbla
is.
is?
Yes.
Yeah.
I
Of course
watch
you do.
Jessica Nigri, Audi. I know
Of
what
course.
Wobla is.
I haven't seen any professional cosplayers ever. Random Otaku, you are looking at them right now. Look at us. Look at this. Look at the three of us right now. We are,
If
we
you
are
could
Look at
put
me
up
and
an
Gru. We are
image of that-
cosplaying as anchormen right now.
Yes. You know, in fact, Sid wanted to go as Mario once. Okay,
Oh
we're not
my
gonna
god,
talk
that
about
failed.
That.
There's a highlight on that on our channel. You can find it.
Is there?
Yeah, it's called Sid Wears a Thong? Question mark.
Oh. Yeah, but yeah. So basically, we are professional cosplayers. So Random Otaku SB, you can be happy that we are here. You've met us. You've met professional cosplayers. Okay, for anyone else who's new, we're kidding. Okay, we're not professional cosplayers. We suck at it. So good job, cosplayers. Moving on to the last part of Big If True. This is about Berserk. Berserk, unfortunately, Kentaro Miura passed away recently, and nobody knows what's going to happen with the Berserk manga, because it's left in this place where things are kind of okay, but a lot of things haven't been solved yet. And there will be a new chapter of Berserk on September 10th, which will be coming out in the combined 16th and 17th issue of Young Animal magazine.
That is a
Okay. Isn't I thought it was Dark Horse. Isn't that Dark Horse magazine?
Dark Horse is Dark Horse is
a
different. Oh, hello. That's an
yeah,
American
yeah.
publisher.
Yeah.
Dark Horse is the guys behind Hellboy.
Weren't Dark Horse the ones publishing this
Was
Berserk
they?
in
No,
the rest
Dark
of the
Horse
world?
was
No.
never doing Berserk. Rest of the world, I don't know. Maybe they were, but
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
but not originally.
I thought it was coming. Okay, but maybe I read some random fake rumor. I guess.
Oh no! You are right. It is Dark Horse Comics. I think it's just a second Dark Horse.
Damn.
Yeah. Okay, I'm right. I'm
You
the,
know
I'm
what?
the
Yeah, you're
OG
correct.
newsman. Okay, I know my shit. I guess.
I
But
guess.
yeah, so unfortunately, because he passed away, this chapter is going to be like a memorial to Miura. It's going to have messages from fans. It's going to have messages from all the other mangaka who were really big fans of his. It's going to have a lot of
Ooh.
posters
Random-
of different scenes, famous scenes from Berserk, and it's basically a way to immortalize Miura's work in one chapter, where everyone can take part, where everyone can offer their respects, where everyone can put out a message. So that is something which I'm looking forward to, because obviously
Me too. So excited.
Oh,
By the
okay.
way, Random Otaku said I didn't read Berserk.
Oh yeah, you
Well,
should check out Berserk for
Start
sure.
now,
you should
like
read.
right
Read
now.
it,
Stop
don't
watching
watch
this.
it.
Forget the sports one, just
Stop
read it.
watching this and go read Berserk.
Okay, so I just learned that the Dark Horse Comics is the same guys who were behind Hellboy. They are the ones who release the English translations for the US.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Damn, I didn't know such a big this thing was behind Berserk. I thought it would
Yeah,
be
it's
like
pretty fucking
a
cool.
Japanese this thing. Japanese publishing house.
But yeah, that's what's gonna be. I'm very excited for Berserk, dude. Really want to know what happens.
Yeah, so I don't think there'll be. That's the thing. We don't know if it's
Yeah,
going to be
The last chapter.
if they're going to show
even if
anything
it
about
is
the
like
plot.
a final farewell kind of thing,
Yeah.
I'm like cool with it.
Yeah.
But it's nice to know that we have more coming from Berserk,
Yeah,
from that
definitely.
world.
And his as far as rumors go, Miura has taught his assistants everything about the way Berserk works in terms of what kind of art style to use, how to draw the characters, what kind of tones and backgrounds to use. Everything has been set in stone by Miura, so they can follow it with ease. So yeah, definitely check out Berserk. Let us know what you think. We love Berserk. Okay, Berserk was one of the few anime that absolutely blew our minds away. When
Oh,
we
This late
read
into
it.
the scene, mind you. Like this was like after having read a lot of stuff as well.
Yeah, we read Berserk very late. Okay, it's sad, but yeah, we read
Yeah.
Berserk very late.
That's our mistake.
Yeah. So don't make the same mistakes we did. Don't be Weeb101. Read Berserk early.
Yes,
on in
read
life,
Berserk early,
because that
yes,
will be
please.
really, really good for you. And that's all the news we have for
Hey,
this week.
I have some 2 new updates, recent news updates before we end our show.
Nice of
You
you
know.
to let us know in advance. Sid.
I
Thanks.
just found out, just to let the people know, so that we do our job. We're up to date. We are not late on
Right.
news.
Yes,
Who's gonna
I
wait
was
till
kidding.
next
That was
week?
that was my segue to Sid. Yes, Sid, what's up?
Yes, it was all a bit. Haha, so funny.
Bit,
So-
big
Yes,
applause.
nice.
As we all know, Jojo's Bizarre Adventure, the manga is ending. Yes,
Yes,
you all heard.
yes.
Big sad. But we're getting another spin-off.
Yeah,
it's
it's
first
getting
spin-off
a-
manga. called
Ninth
Jojo
version.
Lands.
Jojo
It's going to be a
Land?
spin-off. Jojo
Oh.
Lands.
Oh,
Like Borderlands, Jojo Lands.
Right.
by the same author?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Why is he even
interesting.
ending the damn manga then? Like, I don't get it.
I think he has an idea of the story and he
No,
pretty much
so
wants to
I
end it
think
there.
someone else is writing it. Kohei Kanado, I think, is writing it. He
Oh.
wrote the light novel for Golden Wind, Purple Haze. So I guess he's writing the story. And Tasuku Karasuma, the guy who made No Guns Life, he's drawing the manga. So the spin-off is going to be by actually different authors.
Ah, I
Interesting.
I wonder if they'll be able
So-
to keep up the art style.
Yeah, because so if you're an Araki fanboy, I don't know if you'll, but check it out if it's still in the JoJo world. Let's see how it is. And in other interesting news, anime, not anime, but still anime, the Pokemon Company is remaking Diamond and Pearl.
Yay! I have never finished Diamond and Pearl in my life.
Finished it, and they remake it for the Switch, of course, so that we can
I
afford
see.
it and play it.
Of course.
Yeah,
Afford it and
they
play
care
it.
about us.
Nintendo, if you're watching, we would like to be sponsored with Switches, please. Thank you. And also a couple
Yeah.
of games because we don't have money for that either. Thank you.
Exactly.
Barking up the wrong. But yes.
Honest Dan
thank you,
comes in with
Nintendo.
pathetic. Like he just walks in and he's like pathetic. That's how
We keep shitting on
that's how
random
he
otak. But yeah,
enters.
that's Forrest Dan's entry. So enters with pathetic. What's going on here without being pathetic?
Random Otaka says, I only watch Jojo. Yes, you should watch the final part as well, the new part as well, and then the final part afterwards. But yeah, if you can read the manga, I would suggest that
Yes.
because apparently the manga is supposed to be better. But
Yeah.
I can't be sure because once I looked at Sid and I was like, oh, everything's a Jojo reference. What about? And he said, yeah, that is actually a Jojo reference. Ha ha ha! And we actually
is.
put that in our
Yeah,
bad
we
take
made a-
as well.
we made a
Nah,
bit
so
out of
that
it,
was like
yeah.
legit. That was like real world experience.
legit.
Yeah, it wasn't acting at that point. So
The
yeah,
anime has a bit of mixed reviews about it. Some people like it, some people hate it. I personally don't like it that much. Sid, you said that it was like the age of old 3D animation, so it
Which
looks
one?
a bit off.
Which one?
The 3D
anime.
Berserk.
Oh,
Oh,
Berserk?
Berserk. Oh,
You're talking about Jojo.
Bro, yeah, I thought
Oh,
you
you're
were
talking about
talking
Jojo?
about Jojo.
Right.
The 2016 Berserk is kind of like the first season, especially like that's bad. Yeah. But later on, they did improve, I'll say, and even the old anime from the 1980s is also fun to watch.
Oh wait,
but I
Random
would
Otaku
say
said earlier, let me see some of your cosplays. No, unfortunately, they all got destroyed in a fire,
Yeah,
so we
you're
don't
never
have any
seeing it.
photos.
Yes,
Do not go
yes.
to Comic Con India and check the pages. You will not see us there, okay? You will not.
We totally
Oh my
did not
God.
pose for the photos in any way.
But I would say based all the anime adaptations that have come out, none of them have been able to do anywhere close to the justice to the manga.
That is
The
true.
manga always stands.
A lot of detail
doesn't
gets
even
missed
get
out.
close. Yeah.
And I don't
So-
even think it's the studio's fault in the end. I think it's like in order to make sure that detail does come out,
Yeah.
it requires a lot
They
of
tried. They
processing
did
power.
Yeah.
So they did it to the best of their capabilities as far as animation and texturing goes. So
Yeah.
really, like it's like only rarely do you see something like Doro Hedoro come out with the top tier quality, and only Mappa Studios has pulled that
Doro
off so far.
also kind of tricked. Like it's not
It was
top tier
tricked,
quality.
but it was-
It's
it
low
was still
quality,
doing-
but it works for the
Yeah.
world it's in.
No, they still had a lot of details in there.
Yeah, of course,
They
that was
still,
the
but
texturing and
they were
stuff.
clever around that shit. They managed to make it work. It wasn't obvious in
Yeah.
the end. So you were able to immerse yourself in the world and like,
Yeah.
okay, this is natural.
It was
It's
really
like,
cool, dude.
yeah, like you still appreciated every other detail that was going on around it. It
It
wasn't
felt
a
like it
bad
was part
experience.
of the world. Yeah.
It didn't stand out, and you just weren't looking at it like, why is this acting out this way? Or why is this looking so weird? Why is this just there?
But have you seen the Dorohedoro manga already?
I actually have. I've seen a few panels. I saw the
Yeah.
art for it. I think
The art
I
looks
still-
pretty
yeah.
cool, but
Dude, the
it
art
makes
is
sense that
amazing.
it translates into the 3D world well once you look at the art, right?
Yeah.
But if you see Berserk's art, it doesn't
Yeah, it
translate,
doesn't,
right?
it doesn't
exactly.
translate too well. It can if they do it right, but then they didn't do it right. I'm pretty sure there is like 3D is evolved to a really good state nowadays. So I'm pretty sure given enough effort and time, some studio will be able to pull off a better 3D version of it. I saw the clips for the 3D Berserk this thing, and I was a bit disappointed by it. But yeah, like given enough time, there should be something coming out. Who knows?
Yeah, definitely. It'll be real fun. I'll
Hopefully.
watch it. I'll check it
Yeah,
out.
I'd watch it.
But yeah, Brew, that's it
Yeah,
for this episode.
I just wanted to say that I quickly went on Facebook to just see if I could actually find a photo, and I couldn't. Also, for some reason, Facebook. I'm using the Weeb101 account because we're also live streaming, and when I go to my profile, it's like, see what she shares with her friends. Send her a friend request. Facebook made me a woman for some reason. I don't know why.
What? What?
So my freaking I put male, but it's calling me a woman for some reason. I genuinely do not know why.
Weeb101 is fluid.
Yes.
Our company.
At least in
We won't
Facebook,
tell you.
anyways.
Our company.
Yeah,
She's the best anime podcast ever, apparently.
apparently. God damn it. That's terrible. But yes, that is it for Big If True.
Big
We
If
want
True.
one news channel. We shall be moving on to
Our next segment.
which is
Quickies.
Quickies, yes. And we shall be talking about something else. Here's the
Yes.
Quickies animation, guys. One sec. That did there was no black screen for too long. Okay, please shut up. Okay, I did it in time. Okay, but we are back. We are no longer news people, so stop talking about the news. Okay, guys.
Yes, we are done.
Yes, now we're going to talk about quickies. We're going to be talking about Sangatsu no Lion again.
Yes,
and
Prue
also
had
we
something.
jumped to 8 viewers at one point, and then I think we skipped to the animation and we lost 4 of them. That's great. But yeah, so March
change the
comes in
picture?
like a lion. I need to change the
We've had
picture.
Boku all this while.
Yeah,
But
you
Audi,
change it to Soma.
Have you
I
started?
knew
Have you
that.
started?
I did not
March
actually.
comes in like a line.
No.
What are you doing, Audi? Audi,
Watching
what are
Soma.
You Audi, come
Who
on.
cares about Soma?
Stop.
Who cares about Soma? Watch Sangatsu no Lion. Forrest Dan is coming. He's going to call you pathetic right now, Adi. Are you ready for it? Are you ready
Sure.
for it? Are you? Are you ready to incur
I
the
am ready
wrath
because
of
I know
Dan?
you won't do it.
Oh, the confidence.
Dan,
the confidence
come on, call him
Audi.
out. Tell him you want to support him, but you have to call him out. Do it. But yeah, Sid,
I will
did you
not
watch
force
it? Did you watch more?
Yeah, I watched a few more episodes. It's still going on a high for me. I am still enjoying it.
That's good.
I shall let you know once it hits me too hard. Random Otaku said I still haven't watched Sangatsu no Lion.
You should. Come on.
Bro, are you going to be giving
watch
spoilers
it.
today?
Not entirely, not necessarily spoilers. It's just Mod says even I haven't. Okay, Mod, no need to show off about the fact that you don't watch what we tell you
Mod,
to
the only
watch.
anime I've seen is Demon Slayer Mod. Come on, we all know that.
Hey, how dare you? He's seen Jujutsu Kaisen.
Oh yeah, sorry, and Jujutsu Kaisen. But yeah, continue.
Dan isn't here apparently. Dan, where the hell did you go? Dan's left us. Dan is no longer with us. Yeah, so so March comes in like a lion. Okay, here is what I want to talk about. I was thinking about this.
And it's different from our last week's podcast.
Yeah, there I was just like crying about how it made me feel. But there is something.
I think that's how it will end as well, but yeah, sure.
Yeah, very possible because it's like this is something that really like I could relate to, and it's something that it's talked about in not just one aspect of the show. It's talked about in multiple aspects. So it is basically the need to belong somewhere or the need to be wanted or needed in some way.
Yeah.
So if you look at the series, the main character Kiriyama Rei, he leaves his parents die. That's shown very early on in the manga. His parents die, his sister also dies, and he's adopted by this other guy, his father's friend. And he turns out to be so good at shogi, which is what his father's friend is also good at, and that he basically makes all the other two siblings look terrible, look like shit. And because of this, he's kicked out of the house basically. Not because they said get out, but because he just felt so alone in that place. And when that happens, he decides that he would rather leave and stop being a burden than continue on, even if that might make him happy. So that is one aspect of it. And then this other aspect is where there's this girl Hinata, and her friend is getting bullied, and she stands up to the bullies and makes sure that she makes sure that that girl has somebody to be friends with. Except the bullying gets so bad that the girl has to shift out of the school, they shift out of the state, they go to some other place, and they live on a farm, and they have to get a therapy. And Hinata starts getting bullied in the meanwhile. And like all the hate that they were showing to that girl now gets transferred onto her.
Moves on.
Yeah. And in typical Japan fashion, when she goes to the teacher to complain, there are no actions taken against the students. The teacher tells her to shut up and deal with it, which creates a bigger mess on her hand. And this really was relatable, because like when you see a school student getting bullied for like no reason at all, it's just like shit. And like as an adult, like right now, if somebody came to me and said, yeah, you're going to be in this class and nobody's going to like you, I'll be like, dude, fuck you, I don't give a shit. But
who gives a fuck?
But then as a school student, you're like, shit, nobody likes me. Nobody even wants to talk to me. That's so sad.
Dude, those years of your life are very important for like community, and you want people to like, you want to make friends, you want people to like you. And when the opposite happens, it really hits you hard mentally.
Yeah, definitely. And that's the thing, right? She's like this little kid who's just being bullied constantly. And she can't do anything. Like they're writing like horrible bad words on her table. They are when she goes and talks to this one guy who's nice to her. And
remind me of One Direct Priority.
Oh my god.
Similar, but continue.
Yeah, so this is one guy who is friends with her, and because she's seen with the guy playing catch with the guy during break because nobody wants to sit with her. They write stuff like, this woman is she's always after guys. They use slurs against her, and the teacher comes there and blames her again, like, why have you let them write such stuff? So that sort of stuff really it just sort of touches this nerve, because even here, even in India, like when I went to school, even if I was bullied, nobody actually gave a shit. Even the teachers would just turn a blind eye. They wouldn't actually care what happened. They would just be like, whatever. Kids gonna be kids, they'll deal with it. At the same time, same with Ray. Nobody actually wants to make an effort to go and talk to him because he's such an introverted guy. And I can feel that as well, because like, to be honest, when I first moved to Mumbai and we had shifted into this apartment, I used to go cycling on my own until one day my dad got tired of my shit. He came down with me. He called all the kids who were playing there and he's like, yo, this is my kid. This is new boy here. Please play with him. And I was like, oh God.
Yeah, you kind of can't help it at that point.
Yeah.
You like that kind of seals the deal, right? They're like, yep, I'm not coming back here again.
Yeah, so that's the only way I made friends, and that happens here with Kiriyama as well. Nobody cares about him because he's introverted and he doesn't have anyone to actually introduce him to other people. Eventually he talks to his teacher. His teacher takes a little, he feels bad for him and he decides to sit with him and talk to him. And then they, with his teacher's help, he meets like other people in other places of the college, at the high school or whatever. And so slowly he makes friends in different ways, but it's just that feeling of being needed. So even after Kiriyama is like a pro shogi player, even after he's been helping so many people, he really wants to help the people who have been helping him, which is the Kawamoto sisters. So that's the three sisters who keep helping him, Akari, Hinata and Momo. So when Hinata gets bullied, this guy feels like shit because he's like, I can't do anything to help. What am I doing with my life if I'm not able to help her? And that causes him a need to be needed by her. Where he's like, okay, listen, I'm useless, but I'll just sit and listen to you. I'll just talk to you. Does that help? And she's like, yes, you talking to me actually does help me deal with it better. And that's when he gets the sense of, you know what, I helped. Okay, I am needed by this person. That makes me feel good as well. So this sense of wanting to be needed, or sense of wanting to belong somewhere, is like really shown well in this manga, and it really makes you think about a lot of your own past experiences.
It does.
And as I say that, random otaku I've noticed has said I have never been bullied. So
lucky.
Very lucky,
to say the least.
I got destroyed, dude. But the thing, before I say something, like even the point you were making of being belonged, like it happened recently in some of the episodes, like Ray. he said like I don't care about shogi, like I didn't like it that much, but I did it to be part of something, to be part of the community after my parents went, right? Because he said I didn't really care about shogi.
That is actually a very good point, because he literally loses everything in his life except shogi, and he decides to hang on to it because the only thing that gives him some sort of human companionship. And
exactly,
like it all goes back to the very basic primal instinct, I guess, of nature, that
community.
humans are just social animals. Like we are going to want a place to belong. We are going to want something to be a part of as long as we live, irrespective of how much we think we don't want to. So
humans have to rely on each other for a lot of things. Even if you don't think you do, even if you live in an apartment, you rely on the person who made the elevator to go down the ground floor, so you do rely on other humans.
The people
who build the building to live there.
The person who's putting the electronics, the person who comes to install other things, the person who
who's
made
growing the
things.
vegetables for you to eat. So humans rely on humans, no matter how, how much of a lone wolf you may think you are, you rely on humans.
You always rely on other people.
And
the way they show it in this is just incredible, because you have so much emotion behind each scene, and each moment has like this real punch to it.
Dude,
it makes it really
it's gonna
enjoyable.
hurt. I'm not looking forward to the book. I was bullied like fucking crazy. Like, it was brutal. I've told you all my story. Like, it was actually so bad. Even like when I came to Mumbai, it increased by like 1,000%. Even for me, like it did for you. And I got to a point where I couldn't look people in the eye while talking to them. Of course, now it's like gotten much better. And,
I couldn't talk to people at all.
But I used to like look down and talk to people before.
That was that.
It's been difficult.
It was difficult. Yes, that is a good way to put it. It was difficult.
It brings back some sad memories.
And it so Sangatsu no Len is not even like she's being bullied, how sad. It's just like they hide it, and then it's exactly the way you would expect a teenager to behave, and then suddenly you're just like, shit, what?
Too much at the same time.
It just really hits. It hurts in many different ways. So I think that like that whole part has been shown, that like just the basic human need to be wanted, the basic human need to really belong,
be loved,
is just
to belong loved somewhere.
It's just shown so well, and it really makes you think about like it just makes you think about all these different things in life, where you're thinking about like bullying, you're thinking about like people who can't help, or people who want to help but have no idea, people who don't want to help but have no choice but to help, stuff
exactly,
like that. So like,
it's
even here, like she knew she would get bullied, but she still did what was right. So and even after it was pointed out to her, like you got bullied because you helped her out. She's like, no, but what I did was not wrong. What I did was right. That is not fair. That's not how you're supposed to do this. And it really makes you think about a lot of stuff. Also, Random Otaku says, I was bullied in my previous coaching. Okay, you can join the club now. You are
one of us.
You are back in, yes.
Dude, but the thing about bullying is, even the people who are bullying you, there is something also that they are not getting from their parents or in their life that they are projecting onto you.
It's mostly
right?
projecting.
So it's like both
sides.
Or they're treating you how their parents treat them or whatnot. Like, it always goes back to that. Right? There can be various reasons, of course.
It's a painful cycle for the most part.
So on either side, it's someone,
on the rare occasion, it's someone who's actually wanting to just exert pressure or dominance in a school environment of all things. Otherwise, there's mostly projection.
Yeah, and that really sucks for them.
Because they can be nice people. Like, one of my high school bullies is now a really good friend of mine. And if you're watching this, what's up?
I see. Very odd connection you have.
Which Bob is this?
Bro, he was the guy in the pineapple cake incident.
Okay.
Yeah. He used to bully me in school, but now he's a really good friend.
I see. Yes.
So yeah, they're not all that bad.
Yes, that is true. There are some good people. There are people who change, who mature with age, but those who continue their stupid power trip, those guys need some therapy at least, to say the least.
Exactly.
Yes. Also, I think Forrest Jan is really gone, because after that pathetic, he hasn't said anything. He's just been radio silent. But yeah,
it's okay. Only Audi misses you, Forrest Jan. That's okay.
I see.
But that's basically what I wanted to talk about with Sangatsu no Lion, which is like the way they've shown it is just so good. It's just insanely
Yes, I'm really looking forward to it and not looking forward to it, like I said last
Yeah.
episode.
Also, random otaku, if you're still being bullied, don't stand for that shit. Even if you can't stand up to them or fight back, just ignore them because they don't matter. And
Tell
come
them
talk
to
to us,
fuck off.
Weeb101. We're gonna be here twice a week. Yeah, tell them to fuck
Helpful life
off.
advice.
Tell them you have a friend called Audie and you don't want to meet Audie.
Yeah, do just send them a photo of Audie. They'll be like, okay, I'm sorry. We won't do anything to you ever again.
It's been the
Dude.
go-to excuse for a good while
When
now.
we are walking around in Mumbai at night or something and we see suspicious people, we're like, Audie is here, we're safe.
God.
In fact,
No one's gonna mess with us.
once this random street gang was following us, ready to beat
Yes.
us and steal our wallets, and Audie just looked at them by accident and they ran away.
And they
I
ran
see.
away, yeah.
I don't exactly
All-
recall this, but it's fine.
It was in Kharghar,
totally
Yeah,
happened.
right?
it did,
Yes, I
right.
remember. When next to Bru's old school. Yes, I remember.
Yes.
And
Next to my old school.
next to that old school in night times, like an area you really shouldn't be.
We go there with you, Audie.
Okay, but
Just look
that's-
at them.
That's what we have for quickies. Any other thoughts? Audie, you did not see anything at all for
Audie?
this thing?
Nope.
No.
You
Do you have
didn't even
anything
start
to-
it?
No, I did
Audie,
not.
do you have anything to contribute to the topic?
No.
Audie, anything to say about
Nice,
bullies?
real nice. Thank you for coming to Weeb101.
I feel like it's going to be a heartbreaking experience just watching it as well, because I'm also probably going to relate to it a lot.
Random Otaku said, I'm not being bullied now, but just get scolded by my teacher. I was beaten up by my previous coaching teacher though.
Christ. Yeah, that.
Fuck that.
I wouldn't just
guy,
call that
fuck
bullying. That
fuck
is just
them.
straight up violence at that
Abuse,
point.
yeah.
It's like
Don't-
you just report that shit if you have to.
Get like again. I'm not going to be
Call child
naive and say
services.
something.
Haha, you can't. This is India, not child services.
Oh my God. No, I'm not
true,
going to say something
you know?
naive like, just stand up to them and tell them off.
Yeah,
but like get
it's-
yourself
Yeah,
out
no.
of that environment as soon as possible. Like people
Get out of
hitting
that
you
world.
is
Yeah.
definitely not
If someone of
something to
authority
take.
is doing that to you, then the best thing is to just find someone else who is more reliable and can actually resolve the situation. Don't really stand up for it, because in the end you're only going to get fucked. It's like trying to
Yeah.
report the police to the police. Who the fuck is going to come to you at that point?
And that ends our little segment of quickies. We shall now be moving on to opinionated. Here is the animation. I have no idea which tune I sang while the animation was going on, but I hope you know which the tune was because you just heard it. And we
That
are
was the
talking
right one. Yeah.
about about I sang the right tune.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, damn,
I
I'm so
remember.
Damn.
But yeah, we are going to talk about Food Wars or Shokugeki no Soma. I will readjust this image just a little bit, and Audie, you can start. You are the one who's going to be talking about this mainly.
Yeah, Sarat Soma got done with first season, I think earlier this day actually. Just
Look at Audie. He literally
Where does it
sat
end?
just right before the podcast. He was like, "I will not go live before I finish at least one season of Soma," and he did it.
yep.
Wait, Audie, to pause your thought, Random Otaku said I wasn't able because my teacher always complimented in front of my mom.
Yeah, but you can tell your mom that that's what the teacher was doing,
Yeah.
and if your mom is supportive of you, then great. If she's not supportive, then I guess
Which was
the
in
only
our
thing
case.
you can, the only thing you can do at that point is try your best to keep yourself sane while all this is going on, and get yourself out as soon as possible. Go somewhere else for college. Just make sure you have a healthy relationship with friends, and make sure you
Yeah.
don't have any adults who are going to continue this sort of thing. Just because
most
college is when most
importantly,
of
make
our
sure you
lives
have
change.
some good
so to
friends.
speak.
Yeah.
So that I don't know what you're studying right now, but if you aren't in college, that's a great place for your life to take a nice turn. And yeah, just get yourself out of the environment as soon as
Provided you
possible.
make the right decisions.
You can
Yeah.
choose the
And
community
you
you
have the
want
right
to be
people to
in.
play
There are
or
lots
talk
of
with.
yeah, exactly, Audie. There are lots of people, and there are lots of different worlds out there, small worlds that you can involve yourself in, whatever you're interested in. Like if you get into like music, for example, you meet new people through that interest and new community and people who will be nicer, I guess, if you like it. Even if you get into anime,
Yeah, like
You
dude, just
people-
come on Discord and at Audie and be like, dude, screw you, and we'll all support you.
Yes.
But yeah, jokes aside,
But
you
yeah.
can actually just come in, to our Discord or any of our live streams anytime and just talk. That's going to be great.
Yes. But now, opinionated or continue your thought.
Pretty interesting show. It gave me the same vibes that I got from watching Haikyuu actually. Like Haikyuu, so the thing was right. Haikyuu and Soma, I feel, are similar in the aspect where there is a sense of like grave danger or competition, but there is technically no danger because it's just, on one hand it's a sport and it's like it's a competition. Right? Like there is no actual danger to it, but you feel like you're in this corner when you are watching the show, and you kind of relate to them in some sense. And for me, at least, Haikyuu was a bit distant in that regard because I have not really played volleyball that much. I was mostly into cricket and cricket and football. But then with cooking, at the very least, I relate to it a bit more. I understand spices. I understand some cooking.
Yes, you do. You understand cooking. Continue. Sorry.
Yeah, I do. But yeah, I understand it a bit more at least, if not at all. And to see that these guys like go really out of the box with their recipes and just kind of make these near ridiculous dishes, then they explain it properly as well, mind you. They don't just make it like, yep, is professional cooking dish right here, place to have, and then everyone just eats it and then mind explodes, clothes start flying off, all that stuff that happens in the show. You just wonder, it's a lot of ingenuity goes into it, and you just think, at least for me anyways, I thought it was interesting to watch. I actually wanted to try making a couple of these things later on, although it's not going to be as professional as the ones
difficult.
In the show.
Yeah,
it'll be nowhere as close, but then it looks like it's fun to at least try it out if you have the know-how to do it.
Random Otaku says I haven't watched Soma either. Also, thanks for ignoring all our life advice and not replying to that at all. Good job.
He felt it, which is important. Doesn't need to reply.
There was that one dude, the Hayama dude, who was like
yes, of
was
course
Indian
I
slum
remember.
boy. He was the Indian slum boy who does the Indian dishes a lot. He reinvents Indian dishes into different types of cuisine. So he does a lot of very interesting things where he does.
Actually,
he takes
I do remember this guy. Yes, I do remember him.
He has a dish where he takes a
Hayama. Is he the Spice King?
Yeah,
he's
he's
a spice king.
yeah.
He's a spice.
Bro, I know him. He's fucking cool as hell. Yeah.
And and I was able to relate to him the most because Indian boy. He does a lot of Indian shit. He has a lot of Indian spices in his dishes. But that's the thing, right? Not just him. Every other guy who came out, like that Aldini brothers with their Italian cuisine, I was like mind blown by the tiny piece of dessert that they made at the end of season 1.
Yes, that tiny piece of dessert. Yes,
real tiny dude. Was so small, right, bro? Like wow.
I forgot what it was called, but basically it was like a pastry of sorts.
What was the size? What was the size? Show us. Without context clips, right there. Anyways, continue. Random Otaku says the only thing I can cook is instant ramen and mama noodles.
Mama noodles. Oh,
the Thai ones.
I hate the mama noodles, but yeah.
He loves mama. Don't worry, he loves his mama.
Okay, you know what, Random Otaku? You know what? I've been telling you. I used to think there was nothing much you could do with instant noodles, but we all three of us actually started learning how to make ramen. And while I would say our ramen is not perfect, it's not the level we want it to be. God damn, you can make instant ramen amazing with just a few things.
Yeah.
Just a few things. Like for example, one thing that was used all around the world is an egg, soft-boiled egg. You can put in spring onions, the greens of spring onions. You can put in a little bit of tofu. You can put in a little bit of chili oil. You can put in anything actually. You can put in spinach. You can put in corn.
Yeah, you can put in
anything you want. Miso.
Yep.
Taters.
Yeah, taters.
If you're vegetarian, it.
And the thing is, you get all the ingredients on Amazon India. Like we buy it from there.
Not even Amazon India. You can just go to your local grocer and you'll get like relatively fresh ingredients over there. Maybe not Hikikomori. I'm not talking about like,
miso de
wouldn't that be the day? You go to your local supermarket and they just provide you miso. But it's not even like that, like you don't even have to go that far. You can just use regular soy sauce if you want, like chings if you want. But then
not the Thai one, the Indian one. I don't know
yeah,
the
the
mama
Indian
noodles.
mama.
What is the Indian mama? Do we have any?
It's the
It's trash,
no
basically.
the mama we see here. I thought those were the Thai ones because
Yeah.
mama is a popular Thai instant noodle brand.
It's not good. At least like after having had Coca, I don't like Mama.
Coca is good. That's from Singapore. The mama ones. I don't know if the Thai ones are better or not. If they're different. But
The
yeah.
Mama noodles feel very cheap quality in comparison. But yeah, point being, like you can do a lot of stuff provided you just look up a few recipes or you explore with some ingredients a bit. Like Bruce said, spinach. Like spinach is a good way of going about it. Like you even see it on packaging. These guys do like carrots, beans, peas, and stuff like that. Regular vegetables that you would mix in a fried rice. So and you can go the extra mile. You can add mushrooms. You can add onions. You can saute the onions and put
mushrooms.
it in there.
How did I forget mushrooms?
Yeah, how did you forget mushrooms?
Yeah, how do you forget mushrooms?
But most importantly, the discovery that, let's just say me and Sid and I discovered upon was cheese. Cheese.
Upon? What? Oh, upon.
Discovered
I heard
upon.
upon. I was like, what?
Yeah, right.
Okay, yeah, upon cheese, yes.
That's
Sid and I found out
to
that
get cancelled. Yes.
Sid and I found out that
it's a
cheese was a
Hindi
good
word.
way of
It's
right.
not English. That's my defense. But sorry, Adi, Random Otaku is we don't have tofu in Uttara. Uttara, yes. I don't know where Uttara is. And Random Otaku, no, he actually likes the Indian mama. He says it's really good, Adi. Fix your tongue. Anyways, I'm kidding. What we're saying about cheese, yeah.
Yeah, cheese I think is probably the best ingredient you can add to noodles because it, and if you eat it drier than usual, if you eat it that, without the soup, then you can actually sear the cheese and make it a really, really good dish.
Yeah,
It's kind of like a, I don't know how to relate, how it related. It's like noodles with cheese, right? Like dry noodles with cheese and like seared cheese. It's a beautiful taste. You know how you like make a sandwich and there's like seared cheese bits on the side and whatnot. It's kind of like
grilled
that.
cheese, yeah, that shit's bomb. Yeah.
Grilled cheese, yeah, basically. I forgot about that. But yeah, basically it's like that, but all over the noodles, and it just tastes too good.
Damn.
Cheese, best ingredient you could add to noodles.
Yeah, cheese is pretty good. Kimchi is an ingredient I love adding to noodles. I think
If you
that
have your own
really the
homemade one, or-
acidity helps it.
Yeah.
But Random Otaku said Uttara is in Dhaka. Oh yeah, I forgot he's from Bangladesh. Kemon acho? But yeah, he said the Indian mama is probably a different one I was talking about. Okay, anyway.
So there,
okay.
I can find a couple of places in Dhaka which have tofu available. But even if you can't, you can get soy milk or you can get
Mushrooms.
Yeah, mushrooms. So I'm saying you can get like soybeans and you can actually make soy milk and you can actually make tofu if you genuinely like tofu because it's
If you're
pretty easy
interested,
actually.
yeah.
It's not that hard to
or
make
would
it.
it be called soy paneer if you're looking for it?
Yeah, it might be called soy paneer.
Yeah, because that's what they call it.
Have you tried, Sid, at least, have you tried making noodles with paneer?
No, I've never thought of that combination.
Why
Yeah.
would you make noodles?
Why would
with
I make
paneer?
noodles with paneer?
I don't know. It makes, if it's an interesting taste, if it's an interesting combination of ingredients.
I guess. But yeah,
Worth
anyway.
trying, but yeah, that's not the first choice. But yeah, if you want to try other noodles on Amazon, I think you can get you can try Shin, you can try any Samyang noodles. And we are recommending
Samyang,
Korean noodles to him. Yeah.
So much for Sid's policy of if they don't sponsor us, we don't mention them, huh?
Yeah, we're not mentioning them. We're telling him.
Right.
I didn't say I like it. I said he should try it.
My God.
I'll say I love it if they sponsor
My
us.
God. Yeah, and also, if you guys, you two know it, but I'm telling that anyone in chat knows it. Binging with Babish actually did a couple of Food Wars dishes recreations on his YouTube channel. So to pull a Sid, stop watching right now. Go on Binging with Babish.
Go
and
on
how he
Binging
made
with
it.
Babish.
But yeah, go watch his video later. It's pretty cool. Binging with Babish, real fun guy, real pro chef, and he did a couple of Soma inspired
And you were saying
bowls.
You were saying about how you can make ramen from instant noodles. That's what David Chang does.
Yeah,
like
that's true.
literally, yeah. So it's doable.
How expensive are they? So they are not really that. They're a lot more expensive than the local Maggi that we get.
It's more
But-
expensive than Mama also.
Yeah, more expensive than Mama also. But the thing is, these noodles come in like much bigger packets. So one packet is most likely enough to eat for one meal with a few additions to it for a few vegetables. Also carrots.
I think because we add a
carrots
lot of
around-
stuff to
carrots
it,
can also
it
work
makes
on
like a whole meal in itself. By itself, maybe not so much, but then yeah.
and it's really worth the money because you have a much better time.
Also, we are like noodle hogs at the end of the day, so we kind of buy 2 packets either way.
I feel withdrawal symptoms coming in suddenly.
And if you want something cheap, you can get Indomie. That's good and that's cheap as shit.
Yeah,
That is true.
Or even Coca.
Yeah.
I also want
even
Joshua
Coca.
Weissman. Yeah, Joshua Weissman, really cool.
Oh, he's a boy. Yeah.
But there's actually a misconception with Joshua Weissman, I realized, because I was on Reddit and there were these people complaining about how his recipes make no sense and they never get a proper outcome with his recipes. And it turns out that these guys did actually know cooking. They didn't know the basics. And Joshua Weissman never covers the basics. He assumes you have a base in cooking and then you build up on that. And these guys are like, yeah, fuck it. This guy sucks. I can't do anything that he does.
Yeah, because I was thinking, like, the stuff he does, it seems doable if, like, sometimes he uses fancy ingredients and, like, instruments. But otherwise, it's doable. Yeah. Like, if you want to get into it.
I think people are very intimidated by these cooking channels because they have, like, the stand mixers and whatnot, and you just wonder, like, people who don't know cooking will just look at it and go, yeah, you need these stand mixers.
I have a stand mixer. I really wish I could get one, but if someone
would really buy stand mixers if we had the money,
good. But then you can't still do it without one.
Just freaking kneading dough for bread while you're working on something. Fucking bomb.
Okay, Random Otaku says, yeah, by instant ramen I meant the packet ramen. Yeah, of course.
That's what we meant.
We will make a Weeb101 cooking channel and we will add in fun little recipes for you to try.
Maybe not a channel.
We will make chicken sashimi.
Yeah.
No,
you want to try all these chicken sashimi?
That way you can have a lot of fun cooking cool stuff. And if we can get it in India, we can probably get it in Bangladesh. Very close, very similar situations the countries are in. But yeah, I understand your problems with stuff actually, because where I live right now in Navi Mumbai, recently, because I don't know if it's because of the pandemics or still ongoing problems or what, the entire community was out of tofu. Entire community. And tofu itself is like, so before the pandemic it was never touched. There was always tofu. It would seem like people would go out of their way to like walk around the tofu. And then the pandemic started and I haven't gotten tofu in the last 1.5, 2 years. So,
but you get it on Amazon.
Were they just like out of paneer and they were like,
but then,
tofu looks like paneer.
I don't plan a meal 2 days ahead. I plan something and I go and I'm like, I want it now. And I either
you
get
have
it now.
The fresh. It
they
comes
don't
the same
deliver,
day, right? You don't have the Amazon Fresh
so
in
the
your
Amazon
area?
Fresh, they deliver it the next day in the slot that you choose. You can't choose the same day. They don't have enough delivery slots in the area.
Damn. Okay, I see. Zanendes.
Yes.
Anyways,
but yeah, Random Otaku, Weeb101 cooking channel. Watch out. Yeah, sorry, you may go on. Finish your point.
No, as I was saying, like it kind of brought back the whole interest of cooking again. Like I wanted to try making new dishes. I wanted to try baking new things. I actually wanted to try making like pita bread from scratch if possible.
Wow.
Very easy.
Damn.
Very easy. But then like I never really made it. So I just want to like explore a few recipes, see what I can do.
I love that.
Kind of make my own shawarma. Favorite food, by the way, best food. Fight me.
Pretty good. Shawarma is pretty good. The main sauce is a garlic sauce. Of course, it's going to be bomb.
No, but it's garlic mayo, which Audie does not like.
Yeah,
but
it's garlic mayo. Exactly.
When I want to make it, I'm going to make bloody garlic sauce. I'm not making
it's not
garlic mayo.
It's not going to taste the same, Audie. It's not going to be as good.
Close to it.
What is your sauce?
It's not going to...
Garlic and olive oil.
That's literally just...
Olive oil.
That's literally just garlic.
Well, we don't have good olive oil in general, you know.
He's going to use pomace or some shit.
But that's literally like freaking just garlic ground up.
Yeah.
But
it's not a sauce.
You can still stir, you can still whisk it, do some whiskey, and it'll become nice and foamy.
What will you whisk? What are you going to whisk?
Yeah, what are you whisking?
There was actually a recipe for it that I saw. I forgot the details of it. But it does create a nice foamy white sauce that you can use for shawarma. And it doesn't involve mayonnaise. So, screw you.
You have eaten the freaking mayonnaise and loved it. Just admit it already. My God.
Okay, I don't mind the mayonnaise. Again, I don't mind the mayonnaise because it has a garlic taste to it. Like I said,
so get garlic mayonnaise from the store, add more garlic to it, and you're done.
No, as long as I know it is mayonnaise, I'm not going to like properly buy it. Like anyone else can put it and be like, yes, it is garlic sauce, and be like, it is garlic sauce. It sure doesn't taste like garlic sauce, but it's fine.
I will bring garlic sauce to your house the next time we meet. Okay, how about that?
Random Otaku says I like Sharma.
Yeah.
Who's Sharma? Random Otaku.
Oh, I have a friend with the last name Sharma. So
I also have a friend with the last name Sharma.
But yeah.
And I have a few friends.
It is.
I too have friends. I too have friends. I'm kidding. Yeah. What?
Although of all things that you could have gotten inspired by, I can't believe you want to make fucking pita bread and shawarma when they have like a million different things that they make over there.
Oh no, I wanted to try other
Hey,
things.
man
though.
likes his meats, bro.
I wanted
Yeah,
I
he
wanted to
likes
try
to beat
making
the
the. Well, actually, I've been wanting to try making this for a while, but it's like a no-bake chocolate mousse cake, if possible.
It's easy.
One
Yeah.
sec, you watched a cooking show and you want to make a no-bake chocolate mousse cake.
Yeah.
I see.
Hey, at least he wants to cook.
Why not just make a freaking chocolate mousse now, like properly?
He doesn't want to
I want to make the cake. That's
bake it. He wants no bake it.
I can just make it.
You know
normally,
something
like-
from Soma that I actually want to make, but I've never got into it. He makes a curry risotto omurice.
Yeah.
That shit sounds
yeah,
bomb as shit.
Yep.
Like that's something we can make, and we want to, but haven't done it yet.
I think we even find the ingredients. I think we
forgot how
have
to
the
spell
ingredients here
shawarma,
as
just
well.
random otaku. Yeah, we figured. We're just kidding, don't worry.
Yeah, I know. It's just joking.
The curry blocks that we get over here are relatively cheap, I think.
And they just jumped up in prices recently. Nobody can
No,
afford
it
them.
fell. It fell.
no?
What,
Dude,
it
I
did?
bought it for
It
like
fell to
400
300.
bucks. Yeah.
Last time I checked it, it was like 1,400.
No,
I'm like,
no.
nope, I'm out.
Yeah,
sorry.
that was in the.
I think that
in
was
the
just
middle
like a
of the
reseller
lockdown.
that was just like really selling it because he wanted to clear out stock and make money.
No,
with it.
no. In the middle of the lockdown, it actually rose to like 1,000 something.
Oh.
But
Okay.
it's back. That's why I bought it. Otherwise, I wouldn't have bought that shit.
Yeah, I don't trust you with that stuff too. Like, you would buy it even if it was like what 10k, you would have just bought it immediately.
Fuck no.
But yeah, like we discovered these
affordable.
dishes randomly. We just thought, yeah, you know,
Dude,
what if we just
gochujang
had
is 300 bucks now. That's why I bought it.
Okay, so Vermont is freaking 1,400 bucks.
Who buys Vermont? I don't even look at Vermont. Just
Vermont
get a
is the
local
sweet one,
SND,
right?
bro.
Not
The
the
one with
sweet
that-
one per se.
Oh no,
but yeah.
Vermont is a different brand, right? I forgot. There are like four
Yeah.
brands that make curry
More
blocks.
than 4, but yeah, 4.
Four big brands, anyways. SNB is like one of the major ones.
SNB is in our Aukad. Don't go out of the Aukad, bro.
I bet Vermont tastes okay. Like we just need to try it. Who knows?
We've tried Vermont already. Oh,
Have
wait,
we?
wait. Maybe you haven't.
Yeah, we
You
have,
tried
we have,
it.
we have.
Yeah, we have.
I don't recall this.
We tried Vermont, Toro Keru, the Kokumeru. We
Oh,
tried all
right,
that stuff.
I remember. Yeah. They had like different packaging as well. The blue color packaging. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
talking about types of curry for those who are confused. Types of Japanese curry.
And in the end, we like mixed everything together as well.
That was weird.
Yeah, and even then it didn't match up to SNB's golden spicy flavored.
Which is not really spicy. They just say it's spicy.
Yeah, I think in our standards it's not spicy at all. Our spicy is enough to kill someone who is not used to
Random
it.
otaku said, I don't know what you guys are talking about. We're talking about Japanese curry, the different brands of Japanese curry that we've bought and tasted.
But
So
yeah,
we
basically,
currently we love this brand called SNB. You get it on Amazon. Really
currently,
good Japanese
like
curry.
you're saying as if you're going to switch.
Yeah, if I get something else, I'll try it out something new. But currently it's SNB.
But like
What, Adi?
it's properly balanced as far as like SNB. Like we've tried the other brands as well, and they don't stand out as much.
Sid, I'm only getting one for 500. Could you please send me
I'll
a
send
link?
you a link
Thank
later,
you.
baby.
And we found other brands kind of lacking in comparison. So we kind of settled on that. Yeah, SNB is king, and we will never ever steer off this path until we get
Exactly.
sponsored to go to Japan. Then we'll find out more.
Sponsor us, SNB.
Yes.
If you're listening to this podcast, what's up?
Yeah, why wouldn't they be, Is there
Yeah, I'll
any
say it
reason
right.
that SNB would not be listening to
Yeah,
the
there's no
podcast?
reason. We love you.
I'm
You
giving
love
free
us.
advertising at this point.
Do you use Food Panda? We don't have Food Panda in India, unfortunately.
We
don't we?
No.
Yo, we have Food Panda.
Oh,
over
we
here.
do?
I do.
Oh,
I see
okay,
Food
damn, we
Panda
do
all
have
over the
Food
place.
Panda. Sorry, I've never. No, we don't have Food Panda in India. What are you saying? I've seen it outside. When I was in Singapore, they had it. We don't have it here. We have Zomato
Are you
and
sure?
Swiggy, dude.
I forgot what
I
our
swear
flag
I've
looks
seen
like
that Food
suddenly.
Panda logo multiple times on
You
like
must have seen it
random stores.
online. And we also have Uber Eats, or Hungry Naki. We don't have Hungry Naki either. It's I think Hungry Naki is only a
Dude,
Bangladeshi
Food
thing.
Panda in India was acquired by Ola.
Ah, okay.
Yep.
So
Yeah, that's
Ola,
why it's
Ola
not-
Food or Ola, whatever the hell it's called, is basically what
Ola
Yeah.
Eats.
Ola
Okay, so
Eats.
that's Food Panda. But we usually use this Indian thing called Zomato, and that's where we get our deliveries from. Food deliveries.
There was also a
from.
news expose alleging malpractice at Food Panda India, including non-payments to restaurants and fake listings.
Oh. Hmm.
Food Panda is pretty big outside in like Southeast Asia. Like they use it a lot over there.
Hmm.
But like a lot of things in Southeast Asia, does it make it to India? Haha. 7-Eleven, where are you?
Not a lot of anything from anywhere makes it to India, so don't worry.
Well,
But yeah, continue on your segment with Soma. We were still talking about Soma. It's still food, but yeah, continue.
It is still food. I mean, like, it's a more general opinion about it. Like, it kind of revitalizes the love for cooking that I had. I still have it, but then it just made it better. And like the ingredients for the curry rice that you guys wanted to, the omu rice, that it's actually readily available. I can just prepare it right now. Like over the course of an hour, it's very easily made. And I'm probably gonna try it myself.
Dude.
The only thing I won't be able to do is the sauce, which I forgot what it was, but it was like some, I think it was temari sauce or something like that.
you mean Tamari?
Tamari, I don't remember what he said for
Tamari is
this.
a character from Naruto.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Tamari. I forget that term.
Tamari is expensive as hell here. Yeah, but it's really good.
I have seen the prices for those ingredients. I looked at them and like, nope, I'm not looking at that shit again. Comes for like 4K around here.
Tamari
for like this
is
small
just
ass bottle.
Like the another byproduct of making soy sauce or miso. It's just what comes out.
Ah, okay.
It's gluten-free soy sauce, right, bro? If you had to describe it.
Yeah.
It tastes nice. It's a different taste.
Also, SNB claims that, Kikoman claims that all their soy sauce are gluten-free
And
and
bomb
have
as
no
hell.
MSG.
And bomb as hell. Try
which
that
is
shit. It's fucking
very,
amazing.
Very suspicious.
A bit.
Kikoman, hello, how are you? I'm just gonna call them out like, hey, we're here.
I guess that works, yes, sure.
Yeah, the glutamic acid probably. Who knows? But that's about it.
And
But yeah,
says
they
temari is a
explore-
sauce. We don't have it here. Are you sure it's temari and not tamari? That's the only
Yeah, I
question
think
I
it's
have.
tamari.
Probably is tamari.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Audi, final thoughts? Anything else to close it all off? We don't have miso either. God damn it, dude, you need to get miso. Miso's great.
Yeah, see, unlike Haikyuu still explores a lot of this thing avenues when it comes to volleyball, but then here in Soma at the very least. It's a weird comparison, I know, but then in Soma at the very least, it's like it delves into things you probably wouldn't have known of, like, or you probably knew of, but then really didn't look into, like molecular gastronomy. Like I didn't really. I knew that there was like a full science behind it, and then that people actually research into like taste and shit like that, and kind of come down to the root of what can be made, what goes into making the perfect dish. But then they kind of do a good job of explaining it over here. I don't know, like it doesn't feel like it's detailed explanation, but it's good enough for me, right? And it kind of got me interested into seeing what they could come up with it, and like the various styles that they come up with the dish. It's refreshing, if you will, and sort of it's like a better experience than Haikyuu in comparison.
Nice. You should watch Chef's Table, by the way. You'll fall in love with that even more.
I have actually seen. I saw the Botura episode and how he saved the whole town.
You haven't seen the
Yeah, no.
Gagan
Yeah.
episode where he makes the yogurt bomb?
I have not.
Oh, dude. You'll see if you want to
That's
see
molecular
gastronomy.
gastronomy,
Yeah.
Molecular.
What's that? Yeah.
Who was that? There was a chef I heard of. Like I remember from Master Chef, Heston
Shirane.
something. Blumenthal, I think is his name. He does a lot of sciencey shit in food. He goes like full liquid nitrogen test tubes and whatnot, and just does some extra sciencey shit just to make
Nitrogen is
a
pretty
really
common
interesting
now.
dish. Probably.
It's
But yeah,
still
that's all I knew about it, and
Okay.
they do a better job of explaining it here in the show.
Okay. That's
You good? Yes.
That is
it's
all we have for opinionated, and then we shall move into the final part of this podcast, which is going to be our hot potato. And here we finally start talking about something Audi dislikes about
My Hero Academia.
every
Yes.
anime.
Audi is not happy with something about My Hero
Wow.
Academia, which is surprising because Audi seemed to have loved it, and we shall show you the hot potato animation right now. And we're here. Or a hot potato. Chip. Anyway, yeah. Go ahead. Audi does not like this about Boku. Quote Audi.
He loves Mineta though, but yeah.
No, I do not. That's kind of the thing I was getting at. But yeah, like it's a fun show as is, and it's good. Like I said before, it is better than DBZ in the end. But then
DBZ, that hurts me too much. But
yeah,
let you finish your point.
Like the experience was better than DBZ. At least I barely remember my experiences from then.
True, it was.
But the one problem that I have with the show is they sexualize the characters way too much. The female characters, at least. And I feel like it's kind of odd just to look at it every single time you watch the show, because it's not even like it's subtle. They're actively trying to put it out there. Like, these characters need to be sexualized. Like, why is that the case? I'm assuming it's to appeal to the audience, which is supposedly kids. But then I feel like there are better ways of doing it. And then comes the character that is like Mineta, as you mentioned, who I feel is the most useless fucking character in the whole show entirely. And
that point I agree with. Yes,
his
100%.
reason to be in the whole damn show is to just be pervy about shit and nothing else.
Yes.
So like his contribution to the whole of Boku no Hero Academia is like zero, is like 10% at best. And even then, you just look at him and just go, "Why are you here?" He just cringy shit that he's doing in the end, right?
Yeah, like there are different ways to write perverted characters, like how Zenitsu is written, for example. Like there is more
Demon
to
Slayer.
him than there's more to him than being a pervert, right, bro?
Yeah, but you hate him either way, so.
Yeah, I don't like him. That's and I'm still making this point, so that means something, right?
I guess.
And but Mineta is just fucking useless. I don't know what the way. He's just there to be a fucking creep. Yeah.
Like who's this thing? The Jack. I was going to say Jack Ma for some reason.
Okay then.
Who's the sensei in?
Jack Ma, what the fuck?
Dude, I remember his name as something, and it came out as Jack Ma in the end. I'm like, huh?
Okay,
it is not the name, but who's this thing? The Chinese master in?
Hi Jack Ma, you cool?
In
Sponsor us.
Kenichi. Yes, of course. If Jack Ma actually does sponsor us, then
Kenichi Shigure was heavily sexualized.
Shigure, yes. And who was the Chinese master? I forgot his name.
Mr.
Kensei Ma. There you go.
Yeah, Kensei
Ma. See the
Jack
Ma
Ma,
thing.
yes.
So you kind of see the same contrast over here as well. Like there is a female character heavily sexualized, and then there is Kensei Ma who's just being pervy about shit.
Yeah, that's a lot of anime, unfortunately.
But he's still useful in the end. He still does. He adds something to the whole story. So it's like you can't help but look past it and be like, oh, okay, the character has some other things going on there, even though it is kind of fucked up that he's doing all these things in the whole story. But then Mineta, on the other hand, is just there going, pervy, and then that's about it. There is literally nothing more to it, and I kind of hate the fact that he's there at all. He's just comic relief, but I can't even call him fucking comic relief in the end. He's just, his existence is useless. Usopp is comic relief. That would be comic relief, if you will.
Usopp is also pretty useless.
Debatable, but continue.
Debatable how?
Usopp is also pretty fucking useless.
I agree with Bro.
Hey, all I'm saying is, I understand why he's in the crew, but all I'm saying is, if it was a real world situation, he would have been kicked out. The Straw Hats would have simply been like, listen, you know what? The freaking toilet we use is more useful than you. Get the fuck out. I don't give a shit about it. Just get out.
Damn.
Yes.
Well, but yeah, my hot potato is Mineta is useless.
Yeah, they would have rather had a Den Mushi as a crewmate than Usopp. I would have liked that.
Oh, what? You can at least talk through it, huh?
Continue.
But yeah, Mineta useless characters too heavily sexualized, even though they are children in the end.
And Mutako, what are you talking
every
about?
single time.
I would also say even the non kid characters, non-kid women are also sexualized.
That's
because you
obvious.
have, like,
Yeah.
That's
blonde
obvious,
lady
but
and-
that's
The
like that
character
is
is
bound
built
to
to
happen
do
at some
that,
point.
yeah.
But like, at least that's where you should draw the line. It's not supposed to happen either way. But then, if they're going to do it, at the very least, they shouldn't be like, you're 15 years old, yet here you are
It's
with
fan
like a full
service.
uncut,
That's what
like
it is, right?
low cut as hell dress. Like what the hell? That's kind of weird, is it? That it goes on in Boku.
In the end, it's just fan service. Which is
Sure.
a part of anime.
Not really, but sure.
It is fan service. Like even Fairy Tail has so much fucking fan service.
Anime has fan service.
Anime has so
Yeah.
much fan service, yeah. So it's an anime thing, Audi. It's not a not really thing.
Like, you know, that
It's
anime thing.
It's made to be sexual.
Like, you know, that anime thing, guys.
That's the point.
Yeah,
Kind of feel like it
it's
has an
weird.
fan
Have you
Yeah,
not
I'll
seen a
never
lot
get-
of anime? You're saying not really.
I'll never get used to it. What makes it worse is that there is like a whole community behind it on
Yeah.
Reddit. So like it just makes it even weirder for me. So I'm like, nah.
Boku no Hero Academia, for those who are wondering.
All right.
My God, don't wonder.
Hey, if they want to do it, let them do it.
But yeah, it's
Yeah, hot potato there. Minita useless. He
I
can
don't
fuck
know how
off.
much of a hot potato this is, because the Boku no Hero Academia is on one hand really, really famous, but on the other hand, a lot of people are also like, yes, you shouldn't sexualize kids in anime. But the weird thing is, I think people don't see it as wrong because it's anime. You know, they're like, yeah, it's not real, so it's fine. And then you're like, listen, it's okay if it's not real. It's still weird, you know, just
It's
don't-
still pretty fucking weird. Like, yeah, sure, you can draw a line, you can draw a gray area over there on it, but it still gets weird.
It gets really weird.
You can't like in like I don't know the exact term for it, like in conscience or in your conscience, you can't just say like, yeah, you know, they're 15 years old and they're sexualized. Like, you can't put that shit in the same sentence and be okay with it.
I'm pretty sure a lot of
It
people
certainly
do.
raises some fucking questions, right?
Yeah. But I'm pretty sure a lot of people do. They're like,
yeah.
it's interesting.
Thing is-
Hoo-hoo.
And
the
it's
people who actively follow that fucking the Boku no Hero Academia subreddit is like,
No one follows it actively, Audi.
it has an audience enough to be famous.
Unfortunately,
that's
it's one
an-
of the tricks that works. It's one of the animation tricks that works. It's called a service shot, like fan service shot. It's one of the animation
yeah.
tricks they use to get people to watch anime.
Did you say
The
Sabisu
angles.
at the start to try to make
Sabisu.
it Japanese, and then you just
Sabisu.
changed your
That's
mind?
what it's called.
And then you just changed
But
your
I was like,
mind and said
nah, fuck it.
service right after
Yeah,
that.
service. Yeah, it's just anime. That's what it is.
That's true.
I suppose.
You see it everywhere. Yeah, One Piece also. New World. Look at Nami. Look at Robin. Look at
Yeah.
Boa Hancock. It's everywhere already.
Yeah, that is true.
But yeah.
Very true. But yeah, I mean, it's like, it's just a thing that unfortunately has become the
Again.
norm. It's just like,
Yeah,
what is
sex
expected.
sells, right?
Yeah.
Sex sells. What can you?
What can you do?
What can you do, indeed? But yeah, that is Audie's hot potato. That is our final thing for today. If there is anyone left in chat, let us know if you have anything else you'd like us to
Random
talk about.
Otaku said us up. He talked about the only one is Momo. Yes, Momo from Boku. It's
Momo
fine though,
and
'cause it's
that,
anime. Yeah,
and
it is
Ashido
anime.
Mina, those two.
And
Who's that?
Urakara, whatever her name is, the
Who's
gravity
that?
girl.
Uraraka.
She is sexualized like crazy.
Yeah,
That is
Oh, the
weird.
all of them. Dude, it's crazy how that shit happens.
Random Otaku says it's fine though because it's anime. See, that's the thing. It's not fine because it's anime, because like you're still encouraging the idea, and that will lead to worse consequences in the future.
Yeah.
Which is not something you want to be responsible for. And the more you show it in anime, the more people think it's okay for something like this to happen, and the more normalized it becomes to people in general, and that starts translating to your real life. So someone, again, I said this in the Chainsaw Man video as well, if you're a kid and you're watching Chainsaw Man and you think it's normal to ask for sexual favors in exchange for doing something, then you're going to grow up to be a person who thinks it's fine, and that's not a good thing. You should have a very developed, like fully developed mind, and not be a kid when you're seeing such stuff. So
Yeah, you can say it's a gray area all you want, and even you can even say it doesn't raise questions, but then people will certainly look at you a weird way. Like, this is that side of
depends on
anime
the
that you
time.
do not want to be on.
Again, it depends on the time, because we are not saying we're against this stuff. Like, it's cool. We read stuff like Berserk and Gantz and shit. We're not cancelled. Like, it's okay, cool. But yeah, it's fan service is unfortunately a thing in anime that makes it sell more, I guess. And they're only doing it because it works.
Yeah, and
But see, like that's still limited in
It's
some way. Like you
like-
could see other shows like I don't know, DBZ for example, like Bulma and
Master
Chi-Chi are
Roshi is
also-
forwarded as
yeah.
shit, by the way. If you have seen DBZ,
Master
it's there.
Roshi, Bulma, Chi-Chi, all of them are
Yeah,
portrayed in a similar light.
it's
But
part
then-
of anime.
At the very least, they are adults in this case. At the very least, they're not kids.
no, it's
It's
still,
a bit weird.
I think it doesn't matter if they're adults or kids at this
Yeah,
point,
it
because
doesn't
you're still
matter.
It
perpetuating
doesn't
the
matter,
same
but
idea.
then again, like I'm just saying, like if you're going to do it, at least do it with a more adult
No,
light.
if you're going to do it, don't do it. That's what you should be saying. Not
That
do
is
it
true,
with the more
yeah.
adult, like just don't do it.
Don't do it at
Like
all.
at least the only thing I can give something like Dragon Ball Z and One Piece is that the person doing this sexual harassment is given some sort of punishment, even though it's not the way you would like it to happen in the real world, where they're like actually punished. But like Nami beats the hell out of Sanji every time, so at least there it's shown like, hey, this is bad. Don't do this. Bad. Even Master Roshi gets his ass handed to him multiple times. That's like, it's
Every
bad.
time, yeah.
But Chainsaw Man and this thing, Boku no Hero Academia, is all just very weird. Even Boku no Hero, the only character I remember getting any sort of backlash is Mineta, because they're like, oh no, this guy is so creepy. Well, the other guys who creep, they're all like,
Bro, not here, bro. Sorry, I can't.
yeah, Random Otaku says, I need to go in 5 years. We shall let you go, Random Otaku. We will not hold you. You're
We lost. We went down in viewers. We were at like 8 and we went down to 4. Audi, bro. No more Boku, bro. Please, no one's interested.
Yeah, bro, I'm done with
But
that,
yeah,
bro.
we done. We're done.
Yeah,
Fucking done.
and that is all we have for this video, this live stream. We have talked about all our topics. We hope you enjoyed it. We'll be back on Saturday with our usual weekly live stream, and then we'll be back on Wednesday again with the usual this sort of live stream now. So watch out for more live streams. We shall be putting it all out. We'll be scheduling it, so you'll have an idea of when everything is and when you can come by. So please try to join in as much as you can. And yeah, so that's it. Also share with anyone you can. Follow us on our other social media for any more updates, and which should be all good. We got our Twitter back, by the way. Our Twitter
If you
is
knew
no
that
longer
we had
hacked.
one.
We got our Twitter back. Okay, I need to go.
Still
Says
pretty
Random
fucking
Otaku.
dead, though.
Yes, we shall go to. Goodbye, guys. Thank
And
you
don't
for
forget, join
joining
our
us.
Discord.
Bye.
Yeah. Join our Discord. See you later. This is Weeb101 signing out. Goodbye.
Bye bye.
Sayonara. I don't know what our topic is for next week. I don't know what our topic is for next week.
You'll see.